It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
I just want to say, I love you. I wish you the best. You hear me? I really respect your opinion. I really respect your opinion, boy. Man, that's why you here, you hear me? Because I had a little something I want you to listen to. Man, check me out. She seen the cardiac arrest. You know what happened next. I'm a real big speaker. She gave me a sandwich, made it with love. I took a bite, I gave it up. Should've used turkey, you trying to hurt me. I don't eat pork, I gave it up. Trying to get me in big trouble. I should have stopped and got a McDouble. Hot and spicy, made with cheese. Said you was cooking, you made me leave. I left the drive-thru for you. I left the drive-thru for you. Going back to get in line. I'm going back to get in line. Yeah, I put that little part, line. You're all well. Cardiac arrest. Say, big brother, what you think?
Trash. Ain't worth a damn.
Man, what up?
Trash.
So you mean to tell me that wasn't pressure? Dog, you tripping. Nah, I can't respect you, you heard me? I just want to say.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Educational Friday, girl. Come on in here. Come on in here. Let me tell you something. The first time I saw that dude on, I don't know if it was TikTok or Instagram, I lost my mind. He do Kevin Gates better than Kevin Gates. That dude is so funny. He's so funny. And I just found him on Instagram yesterday. So I said I would share a video. Come on in. Happy Educational Friday. It is Friday, y'all. Get it in here. Get the video likes up. Sorry, subscribe to the channel. I am trying to get the channel to 50,000 subscribers. So if you guys could go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And yeah. We're going to get the likes up and get the video out in the algorithm. Anyways, happy Educational Friday. We have a show today. I don't have a lot of topics. I have a few honorable mentions that we're going to talk about. But I do have some topics that I definitely want to discuss. One of those obviously being in the thumbnail, and it's Jackie, Christie, and Chantel. And honestly, I want to broaden the conversation. I don't want it to just to be about Jackie and her daughter. And we're going to talk about them, but I want to talk about the dynamic between Black women, like Black mamas and Black daughters. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to discuss that. Jess Hilarious doubles down on not apologizing to the streamer N3on. Basically, they held him accountable when he went up to the Breakfast Club, and people took that as them bullying him, but they just held him accountable for all the racist remarks he made in the past. We're going to get into that, and Jess bought some receipts. Then we need to talk about Glorilla, who spoke out. Glorilla has spoken out herself, and the story, kind of how we read it yesterday, is kind of true. We'll get more into that. And then we're going to explore Hulk Hogan's racist rants. I've seen so many people. Everybody chat. I went in. Hulk Hogan dead. Hulk Hogan dead. And I be in predominantly Black spaces. So, you know, it really upset me and my homegirls when y'all was running around here. Hulk Hogan dead. Hulk Hogan dead. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. So I'm gonna remind y'all of how this man felt about us as Black Americans. And let me say this as well too. I don't give a damn how good their talent is. I don't care if they're the greatest singer of all. I don't care if they're the greatest wrestler of all. I don't care about none of that. It's us or nothing. Do you understand? So when I was very sharp about not caring on whatever day it was he went on to glory, I'm still on that. That's the type of time I'm still on. I could care less about bleach, blonde, clear people. They were cosplaying Lily Whites. They were $5 Lily Whites. They didn't even have real blonde hair. Every single one of them bleached their hair. They were $5 Lily Whites. Okay? So I don't care about N3on, none of them. Not the mom, the Paul, the son, the daughter. They say the mama was sleeping with the son best friend back in the day. You feel what I'm saying? These are some sick, weird people. I don't give a damn. Him, Dog the Bounty Hunter, all the clear people that black folks love. I'm telling you now, if they die, don't come tell me because I'm gonna hurt your feelings. If they die, don't come tell me if you like them a lot. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. I'm just telling you now because I literally don't care. Unapologetically, okay? And I'm not gonna be soft and sorry into saying that well, he was on WrestleMania. I don't give a damn. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get into that. But before we get into that, I got a few honorable mentions. Y'all get the likes up on the video first and foremost. Can we do that? Please get the likes up on the video. Dorian, thank you for the super chat, says, good morning, Boo and Dolls. Love from Philly. Even though what we do is wrong. Shout out to my brothers and sisters up in Philly, honey. Shout out. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Am I the only one? No, I know I'm not. YouTube be knocking me out it seems like every 20 minutes, YouTube will knock me out. It'll go to a commercial, then the screen go black. Because I pull up the chat. Well, I pull up the live so I can look at the chat, right? Sometimes if I got to share my screen, it's a thing. But I'm noticing I keep getting kicked out, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. It ain't me. I promise you. But it's like every time it go to a commercial, the screen go black and it kick me out. It's crazy. There you go. Nappy Head said, that's why I watch you on Twitch. There you go. Yes. If you want to get uninterrupted, go over to Twitch and Rumble. I'm actually streaming from Rumble as well. So y'all make sure y'all pull up. All right. And I apologize to everybody for that. It's nothing that I can do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's not me. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to put in a ticket to YouTube. Or whatever, I don't know. But let's get into some honorable mentions, you guys. Get on the video really quickly. Y'all, please get the likes up on the video. Now, I want to let's start with Candace Owens, because I've been seeing this in the news. And I had started following when Candace first started talking about this. I would watch her a lot. I haven't watched her a lot in a while because I think I kind of fell off after the Scamala series that she did. She's actually a really good content creator. I know people don't like her. I don't think she's bad. I don't think she's great, but I don't think she's bad. You know what I'm saying? So when she started this thing looking into Brigitte, what's the man name? Oh, the lady allegedly. So there's this French, would they be prime ministers or something over there? Him and his wife, allegedly wife, they have, Candace has started this thing, basically saying that she thought that the wife was actually a man, right? But this is the gag. So did the people say Michelle, but neither here nor there. So she put out this, content or whatever, and then the people was like, hey, you need to shut it up, kind of. And then Candace was like, hey, I'm going to give y'all an opportunity. Y'all can either come on the show and talk about it, or you can just prove me wrong. Show me a picture of you as a little girl. Like, you know what I mean? Show me something to show me at one point in time that I can see now you're a woman. Show me something that shows that you were a little girl at some point. Well, the people didn't want to budge, but Candace kept going on with her series. And when Candace Owens gets on a series, I don't know if y'all be missing out on some good content. They be rolling. When Candace gets on a series, the girl investigative teams or whoever she got over there, they cold. I ain't gonna lie, they cold. Whoever that is working with Candace on that, because I know she ain't sitting down investigating that. I know she got a team. Them some cold foods. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so She gave them the opportunity. They declined. Candace goes on with the series. The series get millions of views per episode. You got to understand. Like I say, this is bigger than what y'all be letting y'all feelings override y'all ass, and it's different. They be having millions of views per episode, okay? And it be real good content. Like, she'll go interview people and all types of stuff. It's crazy. So look, so the people called Donald Trump, the French people, the prime minister called Donald Trump and told Donald Trump, they was like, hey, you know Candace? And Donald Trump was like, I mean, yeah, I know her, what's up? And they called Donald Trump and said, can you tell her to quiet down and pipe down on calling my wife a man? Because it's really hurting and upsetting me and my homegirls. Now, I'm just telling y'all the story, how I internalized it when I heard it. So they called Trump and was like, can you tell your homegirl, please leave me alone. Leave me and my wife alone. You know what I'm saying? Tell her stop doing the little series or whatever. So Trump calls Candace. And Candace picked up the phone and was like, Trump? What's up? And he was like, what's up, Candace? Can you do me a favor? She was like, what's up? You know how you be doing that series on Brigitte and them? And she's like, yeah. He's like, can you not do it? And he was like, and the only reason is because we got some stuff going on behind the scenes. Basically, kind of like wash hand. I'm gonna wash your hand, you wash mine. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Do me a favor. Type tease, okay? And Candace said, hell no. Well, now the people have come out to sue Candace. Now, instead of just showing like a baby picture or a young picture of a little girl, I mean, they don't even have to provide medical information. They just refuse to do it. And honestly, I want you guys to take heed to this because this is all trivial stuff in the grand scheme of things. But it starts like that, and then you realize you're somewhere, but it's too late. Remember, I told you the whole agenda is transhumanism, right? Anybody who don't know what the transhumanism movement is, they're not going to tell you about it. They're going to ease it on you. By the time you realize it, they're going to name it everything but transhumanism. And then by the time you realize it, it'll be that, and they'll just be bold and out in front with it. I told you they're using the LGBTQ community, powers that be. They're using that community with this equal rights and all this stuff to get people used to the idea of being outside of their norms and comfort. Now, why is this important? Inside of this quote unquote conspiracy theory that I'm coming up with my brain agenda, I feel like there's a lot of agents planted everywhere. And if you know how the government, at least the American government work, the FBI was successful because of its agents, not the ones with the men in black suits. I'm talking about the undercover agents, right? So if that's the concept in running the biggest corporation in the world, which we call the United States, then I'm pretty positive there has to be something similar of the concept of the people who really running this stuff, right? So I'm pretty positive they will put agents, for multiple reasons, ears to the streets, but also to feed on your subconscious. I told you guys, your subconscious is what runs you. That is what controls you. I get it. We think it's the brain. We think it's the foreconscious because, we're thinking, we're actively using it. No, the reason you have habits, the reason you get up every morning and instead of brushing your teeth, you go straight to Instagram, that is your subconscious, not your foreconscious. The reason you go every day and get up and maybe go out to eat, and then after you go out to eat, you ritually come home and maybe kick up your feet, that's your subconscious. You see what I'm saying? Long story short, the people is suing Candace, but they refuse to prove that that is a woman. And that makes me believe that's a man. Okay? Now, Candace being Candace, if you know her, you know her. Once you get her started, Candace like that badass little cousin. I'm going to be real. Candace, the little cousin that nobody want to watch. I'm going to be real. And not because she a horrible kid. She just bad. And that no matter, you can whoop her, she don't care. You can punish her, she don't care. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got a little family member, a little cousin. That's Candace. And once they hit her up, like once Trump hit her up, it lit a fire. Now they done sent Candace a lawsuit. And look what Candace said, bro. This lady crazy, bro. I'm glad she married to that orange juice man because she need that protection because Candace be talking cash money, shiz not eat. Look at Candace.
You were born a man and you will die a man.
Wait, Candace jumped out the window. Candace was like, man, look, watch out. Candace jumped out the window. You were born a man, you're gonna die a man. Bro, when I saw that, I lost my mind. That's what I'm telling you. Candace, like the little badass cousin, don't nobody want to watch. Her mama can't never get no babysitter. It don't matter how much you charging. If she just, nobody want to watch this little girl. Candace is crazy. That nigga said you were born a man, you will die a man. Like I said, I'm glad she married to that orange juice man because she need that protection.
That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood, figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine. For whatever reason, to phone, by the way, like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it, right? That is what Discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're probably hoping, this will go away and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to Discovery. I think that we owe that to the world. Anyways, you guys, we are revolting against this. We're revolting against the perverts that run the world. And I want to be very clear here. I count you among them. I think you're sick. I think you're disgusting. And I am fully prepared to take on this battle on behalf of the entire world. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. On behalf of the entire world, I will see you in court.
Hey, yo, check this out. We're going to run.
Candace said, on behalf of the world, see you in court. Now, she also said some other things as well. Like, you got some balls. I didn't say it. This is what Candace said. I didn't say it. So don't come over here windmilling on me. Go windmill on Candace. I didn't say it. I'm just reporting the news, okay? But when she said he got somebody, I see, Candace on them people's head. Do you hear me? And let me say this too. If Candace was a citizen of France, her head would be off her shoulders. But she lives in America where we have quote unquote freedom of speech. So technically there's nothing that these people can do. But let this be a lesson to y'all. If let's say it is true. I get it. Some people don't understand the importance it is. If let's say it's true, let's say for all intents and purposes, this lawsuit goes through and we find out that this lady Brigitte is really Brandon. Okay. What you guys don't understand is that if you're lying about something that you can be upfront about in this society like that to the masses of the world, they're not just lying to France. They lying to the world. They're presenting, let's say it's true. In this case, they would be presenting something that is not what it is. It's almost like wearing a costume or a mask. You're deceiving. And then also, remember I told y'all we need to be big on asking questions. The next question would be, why would they want to deceive you? What would they gain? Why would they want to make you think this is something that it is not? And that's where the rabbit hole begins, okay? And that's how I look at everything when I'm coming across it. But you need to be asking yourself, yeah, you might not think about it like that, but this is the same reason why there's AI and doggone robots walking amongst us now and nobody don't know. Because we don't even want to entertain the idea that you could be being played or fooled. Nobody even wants to entertain the idea that you could be being played or fooled. And I get it. You know why people don't want to entertain that idea? It takes them out of their comfort zone of ignorance. See, ignorance is bliss. You ever heard that old term back in the day? Ignorance is bliss. Bliss is happiness. Bliss is everything. And the reason ignorance is bliss is because there's no work required to be ignorant. You just have to be. So most people would rather cut it down, conspiracy theorists, but they showing you right in your face. They've been portraying a lot of things that aren't what they seem. And y'all just taking it like, oh, it's nothing until you look up and you realize everything is fake. Something is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, and I told y'all, watch them test tube babies. I done told y'all about them too. I'm just saying, we gotta be careful. We got to be real, real careful. Now I want to move on because I got another one I want to bring up real quick. To all the people on here Barty decided to have lunch and go live. I don't understand, but I guess it's a mukbang thing. And Cardi goes live with her lunch, but Cardi is eating a raw fish with the head on it with lemon and salt. And y'all want me to believe this here is a black woman. Now, I know she gonna call it sardines. I know it. And I know some of us have had the ones that came in the can. Y'all know the kind that came in the can with the little juice on it. You know what I'm saying? I probably only maybe tasted once or twice, but I ain't never sat down and really ate much of sardines. This girl eating an entire raw fish, looking like a goddamn nomad. This girl is sitting over here looking like an Eskimo Joe, eating a raw fish, calling it goddamn sardines. And y'all want me to say that she black? This is not black culture. I don't know what y'all do in the Caribbean. Y'all can maybe chime in. But this ain't black American culture. And she ain't black American. She ain't even black. She ain't even Afro-Latina. Mixed at best. Okay? And it's another thing I want y'all to stop saying. She's Afro-Latina. No, she's not. Amara La Negra is Afro-Latina. Lala is Afro-Latina. Juju is Afro-Latina. What's that little girl like? Zoe Saldana. That is an Afro-Latina. All these racially ambiguous women, y'all want to make black American or black period, not gonna let you do it. She ain't black. Mixed at best. So let's clear that up right now. We got a whole host of Afro-Latinas walking amongst us. This ain't one of them. Okay? Like I said, mixed at best. At best. Okay? Now, let's get into Cardi's lunch.
A lot of fish like this. I practically grew up eating a lot of sawfish. And I eat a lot of sardines. Like, my man cannot believe, like, I will eat 4 cans of fucking sardines for breakfast. A little salt. Y'all already know my concoction is always salt, lemon. You could just eat you could eat anything from the sea with salt and lemon. Really. I just don't like coarse salt because I hate coarse salt. I don't like coarse salt. So, look at that. Beautiful. Look at the color. I love fish so much. I love fish like this so much. You would think I'm Slavic. Fuck.
You heard that? I love fish so much, you would think I'm Slavic. What did I tell you Slavic was? Slave. Who did I tell you the real slaves were? White people. Those were the Slavic people. So she said, I love fish so much, you would think I'm Slavic. Those people had to live off the land. They had nothing. They were poor, busted, disgusted, trash. They're worse than trailer trash is what they were. Okay? Oh, I eat so much fish, I might be Slavic. No, you is. It's in your bloodline. Because I don't know about no other culture. And from what I read in the chat from my Caribbean people, one thing about Black American culture that no other culture has, and I'm going to tell y'all this right now, is the way we prepare our food. Let's talk. The way that we prepare our food is extremely important in Black American culture. We don't eat raw food. Unless it's a fruit or a vegetable, we ain't sitting around eating raw food. Now, I'm not saying none of us have never eaten it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying as a collective, we ain't eating no rare steaks. We just started entertaining medium. But most of us is still on the medium well done train. We ain't eating no uncooked meats. We ain't eating no raw fish. We ain't eating no raw shrimp. We not taking nothing out of nowhere and putting it straight in our mouth. That's what I'm trying to say. So this thing right here, oh, I eat so much fish I could be Slavic. That's very Slavic of you to say because it's very Slavic of you to do. You get it? So with that being said, because like I said, they like to say we don't have no culture. But then when I go to compare what we do to other people, you can see there's a stark difference. Baby, we don't eat raw fish. We don't pull a fish out the lake or out the pond or out the water and just get to eating with fish with salt and lemon. And you wonder why you was pale as a goddamn horse when you was pregnant with the last baby. She done took all the melanin out you, the little bitch you had. Eating raw fish, I hate to see what your pores smell like. I'm just saying, I'm just being real. You know, even all y'all used to take them omega-3s. You remember how I used to make you feel when you burp that shit up? I've tried it, them fish oil pills. I used to try it. I'm just saying. We don't eat like that. Let me let her finish cooking.
Okay, and I just rip it off like this. Got some spines in it, but that's fine. Got some spines. I eat a lot of fish like this.
What?
I practically in it. That's fine, honey. I wanna know how you feel. And I'll tell you right now. You taste good. It's in it. That's fine, honey.
So again, what you are witnessing is a deception. You are looking at a cosplaying person. So she has the aesthetics of a Black American woman. She talks with an accent, yet and still like a Black American woman. Everything she does and say surrounds Black Americans, except when it's time to do Christmas and she do a Feliz Navidad party for her churn. You see what I'm saying? It's a double Dutch in and out the culture. And she's sitting there eating raw fish. I don't give a damn if it's freeze-dried, over-dried, under-dried, wet-dried. I don't care. I don't care. We don't eat like that. That you are a Slavic person, probably. You probably are, Cardi. That's why you sitting there eating raw fish. I'm sorry. And Black people, Black Americans, let me tell y'all something too. To the Black Americans, let me tell y'all something. These celebrities gonna get y'all in trouble. These celebrities gonna get you in trouble. If you are serious about the movement that is happening and that's gonna be happening in the next generations, them celebrities gonna get y'all in trouble. Running behind these celebrities, worshiping these celebrities. Oh, but no. They gonna get you in trouble. Like I say, the earth is in the process of repairing itself. Do not get in the way of it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now take that information and do with it as you please, but do not let these celebrities, all these politicians too, do not let them get you in trouble. I'm just saying, Cardi, to be honest, to be completely honest, I don't care nothing about no Cardi. Cardi done came in my culture and made millions of dollars. And every time Christmas come around, she over there playing Fiesta music. Are you okay? You think I give a damn about Cardi? Cardi came and basically robbed my culture. Robbed my people. Yeah, she did some collabs, but the collab was more to help her than help them. I don't give a damn about no girl. Look, don't make me get the look. I told y'all, if y'all celebrity worship, this is the wrong channel. I'm gonna make if you like celebrities or a celebrity really, really well, you at the wrong channel because one day I'm gonna piss you off. One day they're gonna come up and I'm gonna say something make you real mad. I'm telling you now. So you might as well unsubscribe right now. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because all of them can get it. Every single one of them. Equally. I don't care. Give a damn, I know Cardi. To be completely honest. But on some other horrible news, Chuck E. Cheese. Chucky done got arrested. That nigga was around there selling drugs or something like that, huh? They say a Tallahassee Chuck E. Cheese got cuffed up and hauled out like he was on an episode of First 48. Kids watched in horror as police arrested the man inside the Chuck E. Cheese costume at the actual Chuck E. Cheese. Videos and photos show the giant mouse being led out the restaurant. Now, they could have took him out the back now. You trying to ruin the churn. Look. Led out the restaurant in handcuffs while confused kids clutched their pizza slices. If that wasn't traumatizing enough, another pic shows Chucky's massive mascot head just chilling on top of the police squad car like a fallen soldier. TPD spokesman Jerome Maples confirmed the arrest, saying the man was hit with 3 felonies but wouldn't say much else. The charges, allegedly swiping credit cards, stealing identities, and going swipe crazy. This nigga was a scammer. Like it's Black Friday, all while serving as the face of fun and tokens. An employee at the location stressed that the incident had nothing to do with Chuck E. Cheese, the business, but bruh, the kids ain't trying to hear that. One parent was overheard saying, my son just wanted to do the hokey pokey, and now he's asking why Chucky got arrested. Bruh, let me say something, bruh. If y'all niggas gonna scam, stop getting jobs where the churn be at, bruh. This is messed up. Everybody done traumatized the churn. Let's get into it, girl. Well, I can't play the music. Hold on. Look at the man. Look at him. Oh, my God. You can't. Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Now, I ain't going to hold you. See, back when we was young, I don't know if y'all had this anywhere else, but we had this place in New Orleans called Showbiz Pizza. And that was like Chuck E. Cheese before Chuck E. Cheese. And they used to have these little robots up there, and they used to dance. And you, whenever, every so often or whatever, they'll come on and they'll be dancing, and they come on. They look like scary movie, girl. I always was scared of them. I always was terrified. Terrified. Do you hear me? So then they upgraded and made Chuck E. Cheese. So then when Chuck E. popped up, they still had the little machine things. You know what I'm saying? But they had Chucky out there too. You feel what I'm saying? And all the children fell in love with Chucky. You know, the children like Chucky the way they like the giraffe over there by Toys R Us. You feel what I'm saying? They loved that little nigga. You know what I'm saying? So to see Chucky get arrested out there, they could have walked him out the back. They ain't have to do that in front of them children. Now that's gonna traumatize the kids. But at any rate, Chucky probably was scamming their mamas. He was probably scamming their mamas. They swiping for pizza and tokens, and Chucky is going swipe crazy. The people said Chucky was buying up everything. Chucky was scamming and swiping while putting laughs and smiles on the children's faces. So I don't know if it's free Chucky. Somehow a part of me want to say free Chucky, but another part of me feel like Chucky kind of where he need to be. So I don't know. I'm conflicted. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring it to y'all. What's been going on? Yeah, the poor kids. The lady said her son just wanted to do the hokey pokey. And now Chucky got to go get arrested. That's cold-blooded. I think that if he was going to scam, he shouldn't have had a job. He should have just, he should have just picked one. Remember, I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just let y'all see it. Y'all get the likes up on the video really quickly. I want to show y'all something right quick because I be talking about this stuff and y'all don't be hearing me. So maybe when the news talk about it, I feel like y'all will understand it a little better. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Black women, pay attention. Black people, pay attention.
Hospital failed to notify Tanya Walker's family after she died. It alleges the hospital actually donated Walker's organs, even though she wasn't an organ donor. At 51 years old, Tanya Walker died at Dignity Health's Mercy General Hospital in November 2023. But the family says the hospital never notified them and didn't issue a death certificate until 5 months later. So the family and detectives searched for Walker all that time. Now the family says they're suing.
They need to be held to task for the absolute nightmare that families are living who do not know if their family members are dead or alive.
The lawsuit also alleges that Dignity unilaterally made the decision to make Walker an organ donor and then without any permission whatsoever harvested her eyes and tissue. On top of Dignity Health, the family is suing the offsite morgue that Dignity has been contracting with to store bodies for months or even years after patient deaths. It's more commonly known as cremations only, but the official business is Mortuary Support Services of Northern California. It's owned by Michael Robert Lofton. The lawsuit alleges the company failed to properly store Walker's remains by failing to embalm her body and refrigerate it at the appropriate temperature. It also states a permit is required by law to store a body for more than 8 calendar. The hospital failed to notify Tanya Walker's family after.
All right. Is there another slide? No, I don't think there's another slide. Now, if y'all been on this channel, shout out to all the new people. But if anybody who's been on this channel, we spoke extensively about funerals, funeral homes. We spoke extensively about organ harvesting, organ donating. We spoke about all of this. The fact that the two are coupled and married right now is crazy. I remember I did the story on the kid who mama rushed down to the hospital and they pulled the plug on her son without her permission because he was an organ donor. And remember I told y'all about taking that off your driver's license because they're harvesting our organs and selling them on the black market. And we've already spoken about all of this. To see that this black lady, her family had to find out that her tissue and her eyes and all that stuff, you have to understand these people are on the cusp of extermination. Okay? See, these people, and you know who these people are, they were not made to stay here long term, okay? The original man is the melanated man all over the earth, from the coldest place to the hottest place, okay? These people are a temporary set of people, right? This is why they procreate to maintain longevity. That's a whole other story. We're not going to get into it. They need us to survive. These people are less than us and need us to survive. They drink blood from us. They cannibalized us in history and still in 2025. This is what they do. They promote stuff like women's rights under the guise of abortions, and then they eat your babies or sell their arms or legs or their blood or your embryo or your... See, y'all think it's women's rights. They back behind the scenes doing something completely different. So when I'm hearing about this, yeah, the lady could sue, and personally, that would be great. But what that tells me is there's a huge problem here. How many other Black people have they did this to? What have they done? See, when we start talking about reparations, like I say, it's so many facets and ways that this government and these people have done us, and they owe us. It's not just slavery. Shout out to the slavery time. But it's not just slavery. When we, instead of us just one-offing these things like, oh yeah, they need to sue, girl. Yep, let me just mind my business. You got to go. One of your family members got to go. You don't know what they giving you. You don't know what they giving you. Oh yeah, no, we didn't take none of her organs. How would you know? How would you know? Because they making money off of this stuff. This is a $1 trillion business. Your body parts, Black Americans, it's a $1 trillion business. Your body parts, Black Americans, your organs, your eyes, your melanin, your skin, your feet, your hands, your heart, it's all from... You are America's, you are God's precious jewel. You just don't know it. They know it though. So again, like I say, keep your head on a swivel. Then I saw a video from a cremator who said that, and he had been cremating for over 40 years. Did y'all know that when you cremate your loved one, it's a possibility it's about 50 other mother pluckers in there too? Did y'all know that? You know, the ones y'all people go cremate your loved ones and then go get it put in a little thing around your neck. It's about 20. It's whoever was in there before they cleaned it out. All them around your neck. Did you know that? I'm just saying. Y'all gotta be careful, man. Y'all gotta be careful. Hey, if y'all were to ever peel back the layers of the funeral industry and the medical, the medical stuff is known, but the funeral industry, ooh, Jesus, yeah. Yes, it would blow your minds. But that's the type of stuff they keep you distracted from so that you'll never get to see that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other day I told y'all, what did I say? The other day I told y'all, I said, hey, y'all need to stop eating Chinese food. Chinese food is pure poison. All of it. Listen, I get it. I did a paper about the environment and about economics and how it affects the environment and vice versa, right? And what I know is when you go in undeserving neighborhoods or impoverished areas, the food choices are horrible. Like, for instance, when I go somewhere near like my man's uncle's house and he live in like the country backwood, but kind of like out the way, they don't even have fresh fruit within 30 miles. So I get it. They strategically take the good stuff out and give you the stuff that kills you. Now, because we are kind of like Teflon, it just don't be working on us like that. But Chinese food is the most disgusting thing you can ingest. I get it. We all grew up getting the plate, shrimp fried rice. I used to love mine with sweet and sour chicken. I get it. But at the end of the day, I told y'all the other day, if you think I'm lying, buy a fresh Chinese plate. Put it inside of your microwave. Don't touch nothing. Don't eat nothing. Go to bed or leave your house. 24 hours later, come back and smell what your house smell like, and then you tell me what it's probably doing when you swallow it and ingest it. You get it? Chinese food is the worst, most disgusting thing on earth. It's nasty. Most of us don't even know what it is, but we love it. It's cheap, it's convenient, and it's there. But if you can, I get it, everybody can't. If you can, stay away from it. That stuff is literal poison. All of it. All of it, okay? Now, why is this important? Again, the Asians stay getting caught up messing with rats and cleaning chicken on the ground outside, and they never get hit by the border help. You don't never hit. Now, let this would have been somebody other than, them. Let it would have been one of us. Obviously, they'd have been shutting us down like 90 going west, saying it's a trend. You know what I'm saying? But they get to get caught moving rats and frying chicken on the ground and stuff like that, and then they still get to stay in business. You know why? Because their business is not to feed you. Their business is to poison you. You think the powers that be give a damn about them being unsanitary in the back? You think the powers that be give a damn about them cooking dogs, rats, cats, or whatever it is, whatever they could be? They don't care. That's the point. That's why we want them there. That's why they could do this. So this man gets caught using tongs to shoo away a rat. You can't make it up. But y'all continues to go down there. Like, again, if that's all you have, I understand, because I understand the system. But girl, if you can, stay away from this nasty ass shit.
What are you going to bring out today?
Huh?
How many dead rats are you going to bring out today?
Guys.
Rats. Just minutes after opening the front doors and start business of the day, caught on camera out back.
Stay.
An employee using kitchen tongs to remove dead rat after dead rat, tossing them into a dumpster out back. There were 3 in all. This just days after Mei Fu was ordered shut by the state. The inspector last week finding rodent droppings in the kitchen. But you're open for business and you're serving people food.
Yeah, we'll be clean.
Pulling 3 dead rodents out of the back of the kitchen doesn't mean you're clean. I promise you that. Mei Fu, located at 15030 Northwest 7th Avenue. That's near the Golden Glades. Last week, a state inspector was here based on a consumer complaint, ordered the place shut. State records show 70+ rodent droppings found by the ice machine at the front counter, under cooking equipment, in a storage area. And during a follow-up visit here the next day, there were even more rodent droppings. Mei Fu was eventually allowed to reopen last week following a reinspection. And then a week later on Wednesday.
What did I tell you? And I don't care what he about to say. Even if they close them down right there, they'll just move locations. The point is, they want them to poison you. They don't care that they go, oh, we're going to shut them down. Then we're going to let them re-back open. And even if they re-shut them down, they're going to let them re-back open. You hear that? They shut them down and then reopened them.
There was this. Where'd you find them? In the kitchen?
Yes, and then bring out.
Is that acceptable to you? Would you want to eat in a restaurant like that? You were ordered shut last week for the rodent droppings. The inspector was here based on a complaint. That was a week ago, which means the problem still exists.
Yeah, you made that moves. Take a time,
Right.
Yeah, that's why.
But you're opened. In other words, you should be closed, clean up the problem, and then reopen.
Just hours after we reported what we witnessed to the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation, an inspector showed up. And that same state agency that allowed Mei Fu to reopen last week ordered the place shut again. The inspector saw a live rodent running under the cook line, rodent droppings behind freezers, storage shelves, and around bags of MSG. There were rodent rub marks from their nasty coat on the walls. There was a roach issue. Tonight, Mei Fu remains closed, and frankly, based on what we saw, it never should have been allowed to reopen in the first place. Jeff Wines here, Local 10 News.
How many dead rats?
There you go. Now, why is this important, you guys? In New Orleans, they have this famous Chinese restaurant called Manchu. My grandma used to stay right around the corner. We literally would walk. With $5 back then, you can get a crap ton of fried chicken wings and a crap ton of shrimp fried rice for like $5. And we used to eat there, right? Every Friday, not every Friday, because it was between that, churches or whatever, we would go to my grandma's house. And I'll never forget. And I remember this as a teenager. I picked up on this. I said, I don't never see them eating this food. Think about it. Whenever you go into a Chinese restaurant and they sit down to eat whatever it is they eating, it ain't never none of the shit they selling to you. And I picked that up on the Arabs who used to own the store out the project back then. You see what I'm saying? Like they used to sell us sandwiches and all this stuff, but they used to be eating some other stuff, okay? But you never see them eating their own food. They always got something completely different. They go put that shit in the microwave. They go sit down to their table and it be some steamed cabbage or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? It'd be crazy. But you never see them people eat their own food. That to me spoke volumes back then. Because I'm like, hold on. Most people, especially at restaurants that they own, I ain't gonna lie, after a while you get tired of eating stuff, and I can see people bringing in food. But then it started being a trend. You never see them eat their own food because it's poison. Listen, the upkeep and the being trifling, that's one thing. They are poisoning Black America. And no matter how many times they shut him down, they will continue to reopen him. And Manchu, living around the corner from Manchu on St. Bernard, my grandma used to stay right around the corner. Manchu had rats the size of goddamn Tom and Jerry. Do you hear me? Listen, in New Orleans, we have a thing called nutria rats. See, y'all think a rat, y'all think of Master Splinter. Well, a nutria rat is if Master Splinter was like swole like the Rock. That's how the rats is in New Orleans, okay? So when we used to see these, and I heard them say bags of MSG. I'm so glad you picked that up, Candy Cane. I heard them say bags of MSG. I heard them say that. So look, so I used to see these big ass rats running from back there, and they used to be chasing them with the broom. Now, mind you, in New Orleans, the rats don't run. They too big for that. Too much bullshit running. Nigga, please. The dogs respects the rats in New Orleans. That's a different story. Now, anyways, but I noticed they wasn't eating, and I noticed all the rats. In the health department, people have been calling the health department on Manchu for years. And every time they come around there and write them up, but they never close down Manchu. And to this day, Manchu is still open. Now, people come from out of town and think that shit good. Y'all, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Not the chicken, not the rice, none of it. Not that one on St. Bernard, not even the one on Claiborne. They trifling and nasty. And this ain't just one-off restaurants. This is how they feeding you. So, like I say, if you don't believe it's poison, go and grab a plate of Chinese food fresh. Don't eat it. Don't touch it. Put it in your microwave, wait 24 hours, and you tell me what your house smells like. I'm going to tell you what it's going to smell like. A morgue. One time I left a plate of Chinese food in my kitchen and was spent the night by my man's house. I left it in my microwave. When I came back the next day, I had to air my whole house out. And I got a 3-story house, my nigga. I had to air my whole house out. And that wasn't even my plate. You see what I'm saying? So if you think I'm lying that it ain't poison, okay, take the test. Y'all got to keep y'all head on a swivel and be careful. I'm telling you, because this ain't all them restaurants be doing that all over the globe. That's the purpose. All them restaurants be doing that. Now we got an update on churches. Y'all know Churches went on the Glory recently. Churches is our beloved mascot chicken over here at the Voodoo Doll TV. Churches is a chicken from New Orleans who has escaped death many times. God has been on his side, but this time I think it was his number came up. So Churches went on the Glory. And we spoke about that yesterday. We even talked about repasts and things of that nature. Everybody who volunteered to bring food, please meet me after the stream so we can discuss logistics and times and things of that nature. But neither here nor there. The city has gone crazy. The city has lost their mind behind churches. Everybody's investigating. We trying to figure out what it is. The people think his daddy did it. They think Byron the one did it. Girl, everybody trying to figure out what in the hell happened to churches. Okay. Now I showed y'all what happened to churches yesterday. Somebody put Church's head between the gate and left him there. Cold-blooded. Okay. So the city's going crazy. Before I get into the update, I want to give you guys a little bit of churches for the people who new here and don't know churches. Churches is no longer with us. Rest in peace to the good brother churches. You will definitely be missed. Let's get into churches escaping debt. Y'all get the lights up.
These fucking transplants, they do what the fuck they want to do. Period. This hoe right here. Her dog around there jumped on churches. Churches ain't moving. I told this hoe she gonna replace my fucking chicken. Bitch, you can shut the door all you want, hoe. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of your privilege. I ain't scared of your white landlord. I ain't scared of the fucking mayor. I ain't scared of the fucking police. And I ain't on your property, bitch. You're supposed to have your dog on a fucking leash. You done killed my fucking chicken. I gotta take my fucking chicken to the fucking vet. Cause you do what you want to do. You filthy white hoe. Got no respect for none of you. Oh, he walking. Oh, thank God. Thank God. All right, churches. All right. All right. I'm still gonna get that hoe though. Fuck that hoe.
So yeah, for all those who didn't get to know Churches was a lovely chicken. I'm not even lying. He was actually a staple in the community. Churches ran the streets like a dog. Everybody knew Churches. Everybody. Like Churches, his feet was hard because he ran the streets all day long. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, being a staple in the community and suffering such a loss like this, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot that's going on. Now, a lot of people are speculating the filthy white hole in the blue house did it, and it's possible. You know what I mean? Because that did go viral when he called her a filthy white hoe. So maybe she thought one day, okay, you thought I killed them the last time. This time. You see what I'm saying? And honestly, if I had to be in her shoes and I was a clear woman and he hollered filthy white hoe to me, I'd probably kill Churches too. I ain't gonna hold you because I feel played. You feel what I'm saying? So I would understand it if she did it. We don't know. Some people think that it's possible that she did it. I don't know. The symbolism with the head between the gate was a bit much for me, but that's neither here nor there. So after the word got out around the city that Churches had done passed and gone on to glory, you know how in the Black community, typically, what do we do when we find out somebody passed? What do? We normally go over there, drop off food, check on the people. You know what I'm saying? You start cooking for the person who's grieving because they don't have time to cook. They don't have time to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They right now they head discombobulated. Somebody need to help with the kids. You know, bye. Well, this is how you know through and through who we are, because the same thing happened for Churches. So apparently all of the chickens done pulled up for Churches when they found out that Churches done went home to glory. Now, one of them chickens I heard is a real one. Okay, now they say he a stepper. I'm not sure. However, the going joke is they say Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, and all these other folks done pulled up to say goodbye to Churches. So I just want to let y'all know that Churches was really a real nigga. You see what I'm saying? I've never seen another chicken have other chickens pull up. So with that being said, we got to give reverence to Churches. Okay? Churches realer than most niggas. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that up there to let y'all know, give y'all an update. If I hear anything come out of the investigation of the murder, I will definitely let you guys know, because right now the city is in shambles. I'm telling you, right now the city is in shambles behind Churches. So y'all keep the family in y'all prayers, please, if you can. They say he has 7 children and 15 grandchildren. That's a shame. They say Churches has 7 children. Listen to me and listen to. They say he leave behind. Listen, I'm trying to write the obituary. He leaves behind 7 children and 15 grandchildren. You niggas gotta stop. Y'all want to take men from their families and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to stop. We got to stop the violence and increase the peace. We just have to. That's something we need to work on as a community. We'll deal with it. Okay. So y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video. We got to stop the violence. We do. We really have to stop the violence. We have to. You know, they taught us that in the 90s. We went astray. They taught us to stop the violence. Remember that song? Stop the violence, make a change, because we're all in the same game. Remember that? Yo, I'm not here to preach, because I'm not a minister. Whatever that song was, what's the name of the same game? Remember that? That's when rap used to be positive. We had conscious rap. They used to wear dashikis and fan ponytails. In the 90s. Them niggas used to be out there in them dashikis with a little puff ponytail. Stop the violence, make a change, because we're all in the same game. What a time. You had to be there. You had to be there. You just had to be there. If you wasn't there, you don't understand. Now, I want to get into Glorilla. Glorilla done came out and spoke, y'all. So remember we spoke on what happened yesterday. Let me pull that up. So I found this on Twitter that was explaining what happened with the robbery. So let me give you kind of what was going on. So Glorilla got Mike Vick. And let me tell you why I call it Mike Vick. So Glorilla is out and Glorilla has a home. For those who are homeowners or those who are not homeowners, let me explain the way being a homeowner works. So y'all can further better understand this arrest. Because a lot of people are a bit unclear. So when you become a homeowner, you are responsible for any and everything under your roof. This is the same reason why Mike Vick went to jail, right? So how it works is when I own a home, anything happen on my property or under my roof is my responsibility, good or bad. So for instance, let's say I put a pool in my backyard. I can't speak on Georgia, but I know the law in Louisiana. In Louisiana, you have to have a gate around your pool. Cool. Also in Louisiana, if someone were to break into your house or break into your yard and jump your gate and get into your pool and drown, you are responsible. Does that make sense? Even though they broke in, the reason you're responsible is because any and everything that happens under your roof is your responsibility, okay? Now, why is this important? Glorilla is gone. Now, she got Mike Vick just now. Glorilla gone, right? And I believe they set Mike Vick up back in the day. Glorilla got family and friends at a house in her name. Them niggas get robbed, allegedly. I'm giving you the story. Them niggas get robbed. They say some niggas ran off with some jewelry, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Fast forward, the niggas get frazzled and call the police. Now, let me pause the scene right here. Because me and my old man was talking about this last night because he used to be outside in these streets. You know what I'm saying? See, back in the day, when you were in the midst of doing illegal things, you couldn't get the police involved, right? So for instance, let's say I was trying to buy crack. And let's say the dude who was trying to sell me the crack took my money and didn't give me the crack. Typically, I wouldn't call the police and say, hey, Mr. Police, can you come help me? I was robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to eat that because I'm in the midst of doing the legal thing. Good, bad, or indifferent, I got to eat it. Now, her cousins got robbed, and you could tell they ain't never really been in nothing, got frazzled, called the police, and didn't hide the drugs. Now, they claiming that the police found the drugs in the closet, but this is the thing. You still didn't hide the drugs. If someone is broken into your home and you're writing a report saying that this and this and this and this and this was taken, the people want to comb through the entire house. They do, right? So with that being said, if they want to comb through the entire house, if you got something illegal there, you're probably either A, shouldn't call them at all and take your lick, or B, hide the drugs. It's easy. It's not even rocket science. It's a fifth grader could think of this. I swear to God. Okay? I swear to God, a fifth grader could think of this. So once the robbery is over, them niggas get away, you got one or two options. Call the police or take your lick. Now, The reason I'm saying take your lick, because y'all got some illegal stuff going on over there. Now, fast forward the story. So now the police come through the crib. They find marijuana and scheduled controlled substance. People saying that's weed. Unless something changed to me, I ain't never heard weed to be a scheduled controlled substance. Okay? So, with that being said, the niggas get the police there, and this is where Glorilla gets Mike Vick. Hear me out. So the police gets there. Soon as the police finds the drugs, what's the first question the police asks? Who does this belong to? Now, in this moment, if Glo has some real cousins or real riders on her team who ain't got shit else to lose because my cousin taking care of me, one of them supposed to stump up and say, that was on me, sir. Because the whole goal in this is to protect the artist. The artist is the person that's taking care of us. We don't want her to get in trouble. This used to be logic. This is not logic no more. You feel what I'm saying? So the old logic would be to protect the artist or protect the basketball player or the athlete, because this is the money. If I go to jail, yeah, I might do a little 1 or 2 ying, but she gonna get me out and take care of me. These niggas had to say, ain't mine. The only way for them to pin them drugs on Glorilla, especially with her not being in the home, is if when the police said, who this belong to, all them niggas looked at each other and said, ain't mine. I don't know. That ain't mine. Everybody had to look at each other and say, that ain't mine. And it's the same thing with your vehicle. If it ain't yours, then guess what? Either everybody going or the person who owns the car. So it's the same thing with the house. So if it ain't none of y'all's drugs, then in the house in Glorilla's name, then it's her drugs. No matter if it's really her drugs or not, because you are responsible. When you are a homeowner, you are responsible for every single thing that goes on under your roof. Now, this is why I call it a Mike Vick, because I believe Mike Vick was set up back then. Because I'm sitting here saying, if the police raided y'all crib and caught y'all in there fighting dogs, y'all niggas could have took that charge. Why would y'all let them go arrest the NFL quarterback? It makes no sense. But when I understand the government, it makes sense too. So anyway, with this girl now is coming out saying that it's out of self-defense, that, oh, they shouldn't have been roaming through there. If anything, they should have been going to look for the perpetrators. No. Once you file a police report and let them in the house, it's free game. It's free game. It's free game. It's free game. You called them to come. They came. You opened the door. It's free game. Whatever they see, once you open that door, even if you crack your door and that police look behind your head, whatever he can see, once you open that door, it's free game. So it's kind of like starting in the middle with Glo. Glo is trying to make it seem like the police was wrong for finding the weed versus, girl, whoever was down at that crib set you the fuck up. All them niggas that was sitting in there smoking and probably popping pills, getting high off your dime, none of them have your back. And for all intents and purposes, I need you guys to understand something really quickly. I want to show y'all something, because I don't think y'all understand how crazy this is. Because if this was just, here, there, woo, 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 that would be one thing. This is the county that Glorilla got arrested in. Hold on.
Proper manner. Up here now. All these people out here marching, the black people and the white black people too, all they up here for to start trouble. And they come to the right place to get it.
Blacks and whites marched together hoping to avoid violence, but they quickly became the targets of rock and bottle throwing.
It's mind-boggling to see that things like this still exist in America. But hey, you got all kind of people.
People like them, they look like me and my friends, and I think someday, we're going to be able to reach people like that too.
The two sides were kept separated. There were a few minor injuries and a half dozen arrests. Finally, the county sheriff asked the marchers to get back on the bus for their own safety when things got out of control.
I don't think this says a whole lot about our county. It makes me very saddened that
now, mind you, this county in Georgia, let me show you how erratic white people can be. This county in Georgia, now this was from the 80s, or I want to say the 90s, when they had the KKK and the Confederate folks out there marching against black people being there. Listen to me. This was in the 90s, so this wasn't that long ago. This is how chaotic and ignorant and crazy white folks is. Do you know Oscarville, Douglasville, Loganville, all them villes up in Georgia, and not just Georgia, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to use those places. Do you know that all of those places were thriving black towns? Do you know that it was only until the KKK came in and ran black people off their lands that black people left those lands? You know, Oscarville is one of the places where Lake Lanier is. See, they buried them folks because them folks was ready to go to war. You see what I'm saying? So they just buried them all together underwater. But what y'all don't understand is these white folks ran these black people off all this land physically. You want to talk about a great migration? There you go. This is what the Great Migration, not for everybody, but a lot of them was like in the South, okay? So the KKK comes in about, I want to say the early 1900s, run the black folks off the land. They all scatter up north, other places of the South, and then they take over the land and then have the nerve to double back and be one of the most racist towns in a sundown town. Now, this is where Glorilla went and got her ticket. When I told you mother pluckers yesterday, them people don't give a damn about who Glorilla is, this is what I meant. You think them people give a mother pluck about a Glorilla, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, what's the boy name, the thumbhead boy, who used to go with Angela Simmons? Do you think they give a damn about any of that? No. Mind you, this is her second arrest for drugs. So now let's talk about it and talk turkey. So now your people done went in there and told them folks that they didn't know who the drugs was for. So now you got to take the charge. Now you and your lawyer trying to flip it and say, oh no, they just trying to say that it's us. It was ours, but they should have been doing their job and looking for the perpetrator. You don't get to come in the middle and do that. You see what I'm saying? So now what came out yesterday, I'll read that to you. This is what came out yesterday after the arrest, like right after the arrest. Attorneys for Glorilla, Marissa Goldberg, and Drew Findings in the Finding Law firm tell TMZ the arrest of Gloria Woods is a disturbing window into how warped law enforcement priorities have become. Miss Woods was out of town when her residence became a target for a group of home invaders. Who most likely knew she wasn't there. What they don't know or didn't know was that she had family staying with her and they were traumatized by the violent entrance of this group who grabbed high-value jewelry before taking off once they realized the home wasn't vacant. They add, when her family members did the right thing and called law enforcement, instead of investigating the violent home invasion and theft at Miss Woods' homes, they instead sought a search warrant when they spotted what they believed was a small amount of marijuana. Law enforcement then sought an arrest warrant for her, even though she hadn't have been home for some time. No arrest warrants have been issued for the violent home invaders. Miss Woods is a victim, not a suspect. This is our tax dollars at work. Absolutely unbelievable. Now, this is horribly disgusting. It does not matter if they should not have seen it. They saw it. When the police come to your door, if you open your house door and they smell an illegal substance, they can go back and get a search warrant and go and arrest you. It just goes like that. You don't get to say, well, I was the victim, but since you came over to help me and I was in the midst in commission of doing some other crimes, you can't look that way. You can't do that. Glorilla is not a victim. She might be a addict at best. Victim, no. And you got to be careful with this, because if you look at how this article reads, it paints her as the people doing something wrong to her. And being in that racist clear ass town, them people, listen, like I say, they just like Baton Rouge. Certain places you can't buy. Certain places your money ain't no good. Okay? Now, I don't know if she was driving through. I don't know. Well, she was in the county, so she must have a home up there. She didn't do the research probably. Okay? But Glo Yeah, this not looking good for her. This is her second drug offense. So even when she go to court by these racist ass crackers, you know what that judge gonna look at her and say, well, I seen you done this before, Gloria. Gloria. Well, I looked through your transcripts and I looked at all your priors and I seen that you were just arrested back in October 2024 for the same thing. What's been going on? Have you taken any type of drug tests, drug classes, any type of anything? Oh, no, sure. I was on the road doing music. I was doing music. No, sure. Yeah. We're gonna have to give you some time. That's how it worked down there. I'm just telling you now. Hey. Maybe Rock Nation knows somebody. Hey, let's hope. Maybe your guy know, little thumbhead. Maybe he could call somebody. I don't know. Now, this is what Glow have to say. Okay? Glow says, crazy. My house got home invaded Saturday while I was in Indianapolis performing for the WNBA All-Star game. And instead of focusing on finding the suspect, they focused on some cannabis. So no, I wasn't busted. My house got robbed. I wasn't home. Long story short, my house gets home invaded and I'm the only one that gets arrested. So that's the tea, because there were drugs found in your home, ma'am. That's how it works. When the police came there to take the report because your lame ass cousins didn't know how to take their lick, or whoever you had staying at their house, when the police came over there to take that report and they saw weed, they got a search warrant and came back over there and ran through that bitch. And I'm gonna tell you probably why they did it. Because once they found out it was a celebrity and a nigga celebrity at that, they really wanted your ass. Bitch, they probably went expedited that warrant. Somebody called in a favor to get the judge to sign that shit expeditiously. Because that's how they roll out there, baby. Now, if you from up north, racism looks differently to you, so you might think this is far-fetched. I had a homegirl from Detroit. I told her that she had to learn the hard way. Sometimes people got to touch the stove. But I'm telling you now, being from the heart of the deep, deep South, this ain't going to be good for your girl, Gloria. Gloria! This ain't going to be good for Gloria. But y'all could keep playing the prayers. Do not clog up the prayer line. I am the prayer line hall monitor. I will be knocking bitches out of the queue. Do not clog up the prayer line. Say your little 1, 2, move around. Okay? Thank you. So we'll see how this works, child. Y'all get the likes up, honey. Y'all get the likes up. Y'all, look. Baby, Gloria got a lot of it. She better use racism or something. I don't know if it's going to work. She better use racism or something. I don't know, girl. Son of John, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Auntie Boo, I'm ready for Educational Friday. We ready, baby. We rolling today. I just got to go stop at Lowe's and get my... Oh, God, y'all, I got to tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. Michael, thank you for the super chat. No, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you so much, handsome. I appreciate you. So, you guys, I'm going through a transition in my life. Just anticipated. Thank you for the super chat. I remember driving around a Chinese restaurant and a heap of cats were running out back like a scatter of roaches. Hey, remember that rumor that they were frying, they be in there eating cats? I think cats would be a bad, cats ain't as bad as what I think they're really in there cooking, to be completely honest. The Balance, thank you for the super chat, says, it's also interesting that those restaurants are usually cash only, yet you never hear the IRS investigating them. There you go. It's drug dealing. When Black Americans realize they are the currency, they are walking billboards. When Black Americans realize that everybody's eating off you, you know what it reminds me of? There's this big ass whale, and somebody might know the name of it, but they got this whale that roams the ocean. It's a big ass whale, right? And this whale roams the ocean, but the whole purpose, I ain't gonna say the whole purpose, but one of the purposes of the whale is for other fish to eat off of it. Like the algae or something off the top. I don't know. And the fish just roams around the ocean, and all the other little small little bitty fish. Let me see if I can find it. All the little small little bitty fish, they all just eat off that. They just depend on the whale. That's Black America. That's Black America. We the whale. All those fishes eating off of us. Is it a blue whale? I don't remember the name of it. That's what's happening. Everybody eating off us. And listen, when I said yesterday that I don't care about going off on the Africans, I'm ready for the Asians. I'm ready for the Africans. I'm ready for the Arabs for sure. Who else we ready for? Put them in the chat. Who all be in the neighborhood? We need to start running these folks up out of here. The Arabs, the Asians, the Africans, all of them. The only people can stay is the Jamaicans, because we need the oxtails. I'm not playing. The only people can stay is the Jamaicans. We need the oxtails. Everybody else got to go. I said what I said. Everybody else got to go. Now, all y'all from New York, y'all be eating all kind of crazy food. Oh, I'm eating Dominican. I'm eating Tanzanian food. I be like, girl, what? You feel what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, the Mexicans can stay too. The Mexicans. Everybody else got to go. The Mexicans and the Jamaicans. Everybody else got to go when it comes to the food. You feel what I'm saying? But, yeah. Hey, bro. Y'all be eating all kind of crazy food. I'm eating, my homeboy, he is, he's from, Timbuktu, Africa. So his parents invited me over for dinner and we eating Timbuckin. What the fuck? Why them niggas from New York be at? Yeah. My homeboy from there. Yeah. You talking about that little island off in the middle of the ocean? My homeboy parents from there, bro. Yeah. Nah, yo. I grew up with them niggas, son. I grew up with them niggas. You be like, nigga, what? Look, New York niggas grow up with all type of people, bro. You be like, I only see them niggas on. Man, I grew up with them niggas. Them niggas stayed off 105th, my nigga. Now I grew up with them niggas. Them niggas could play ball. Nigga, what? How the fuck y'all get around these people? Like, I love being from the South. Let me say something. Shout out to the North, but I would not change being from the South for nothing in the world. Being from the South is the best thing since sliced bread. I said what I said. Shout out to my people up North. Shout out to my Midwest people. Shout out to my West Coast people. Love y'all down to the ground. But I ain't gonna hold you. Being from the South is better than the best thing since sliced bread. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy up there, man. Them niggas be going to school with aliens and shit. Oh, yeah, nah, they brought them niggas back in the 80s, bro. Yeah, E.T. and them. Yeah, when the movie came out, them niggas, they moved a couple of them niggas around the block, yo. Them niggas cool, though. They stay to they stealth. Nigga, what? What you mean they cool? Nigga, they aliens. Nah, I be around that. Them niggas cool. They be chilling. They say what up, you know? Like, nah, hell no. New York people, y'all got too much going on. It's too much. It's too much for me. I like being from the South where things are simple. I like it where it's simple. I'd rather be slow. Call me slow. Slavery stupid. I'll be that too, shit. I love being from the South. Now let's move on. Now we need to move on to Jess Hilarious and this N3on character. So Jess Hilarious, girl. Jess Hilarious had the white boy N3on on her stream. I don't even know why the Breakfast Club had a streamer on. Is given the Breakfast Club is desperate. You know, the Breakfast Club put a huge foot in its mouth during the political race that just happened, the presidential race. And let me tell you why. Because they were you can tell they were bought and paid for. Charlotte McGay is the worst thing that happened. Well, not the worst, but one of the worst things that ever happened to Black people. Charlotte McGay is horrible. And also, let me say this too, before we get into this. I don't give a damn about what y'all say. All this shit is performative. What Jess is doing is performative. What Charlotte McGay is doing is performative. And what the dude N3on is doing is performative. It wouldn't surprise me if all these pluckers got together and set it up. And let me tell you why. Because you are not going to convince me that Charlemagne has an issue with N3on saying racist stuff when he didn't have issues with that white boy who got on there and was talking about Serena Williams. You know, the one that be on the podcast, the orange juice one with the pedophile mustache. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The one with the push broom mustache. Look like he drive a white van with no windows. Put his name in the chat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? Now, he won't check that man when he came on here talking about bending Kendrick over and doing horrible, heinous rape shit to him. He wouldn't check him. Schultz, that's his name, Schultz. Charlotte McGay wouldn't even address that with him. But you mean to tell me now N3on come on the stream and now it's a problem? I told y'all most of the stuff you see on this internet is fake and staged. And if it's staged, it's fake. I don't want to hear, oh, it's not scripted, it's just produced. It's the same shit, different toilet. Flush it. Okay? So Charlotte McGay and Jess kind of confronts the little boy and basically about his past racist remarks he's made against black people. I keep telling y'all, all these mother pluckers is racist. Now, they got good white folks. Shout out to the good white folks. You know what I'm saying? But they got some good white folks. But as a collective, everybody is racist. Everybody is using you. Nobody like you, Black American. And when I say Black American, I mean all of us in the Americas, both the mainland and the islands. Nobody likes you. But they need you. Okay? So we're going to get into Jess doubling down on confronting N3on and not apologizing because his little streamer kids was like, oh, you need to apologize to N3on. You really hurt him. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Before I get to that, I think I had another. No, I'll play this one first. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll play this one first. Let's get into this video with Jess.
Hey, y'all, what's up? So a lot of y'all are still waiting for me to apologize to this little mother. And it ain't gonna happen. Backstory. So this little streamer dude reaches out to Charlamagne and asks to be on the show because he had a big announcement to make. And because Charlamagne is open to the streaming world, he allowed him to come up without doing research on his. Now, we know I don't like interviews, but because I'm trying to get better at it, I does my research. So what he thought would be a walk in the park turned out to be something else. You don't want to play with us no more. Okay. His little feelings was hurt.
They didn't even shake my hand. None of them. That's crazy. Damn, chat. I'm sorry, bro.
Just the other day.
I hate you, black people. I will whip you up. And stupid whore, dumb black monkey tree. Stop. No one fun that people that lost their lives on 9/11. That's you dumb black.
I don't know what motherfuckers think this is, bro, but this is not Section 8, bro. This is not Section 8. This is not the hood. I'm not trying to be weird, but this is not that, bro. This is not a place where motherfuckers who usually sleep next to cockroaches can sleep in a nice house in the hills, bro.
Like,
what's your least favorite race?
I don't have a least favorite race.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I don't have.
What's your worst experience with a race? For me, I have a really bad story, but
what's your story?
Some black guy tased my dad and robbed him of $50,000.
Is that a real story?
I swear to God. And then another black,
like in what?
I don't mean to be
situation?
racist. And another black guy, my dad fired her, or it was a girl. He fired her because she's, lazy and just stupid.
Wow.
So basically what happened was she came late for work. He fired her, and then she came with her boyfriend and robbed the entire place. His cell phone store, I swear to God.
So you just make assumptions that it's
and then like every time my mom sees a black guy, she locks the door.
Okay.
I know Steve agrees with me on that one. No, you don't love them.
No, he loves them.
Oh, okay. You, Kai. Oh, you need to go outside. I'll fuck your mom. I will fuck this fat hairy Tubman. Fuck you. Suck my.
It has a toy.
Hey, monkey.
It has a toy.
Excuse me, Kai. Hello.
What?
Back to present day.
Crazy, I've never been punched in the head.
You walk around with security.
That's because you're in a house. That's why. That's because you was in.
Your videos in New York, you heavy security'd up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was the actual real situation.
You were only robbed by black people?
No.
See, the tune switches when you're in front of black people that you don't know. So you don't have a least favorite race?
No.
Okay.
You know why they asking you that like that? Because the video gave that black people were your least favorite race.
He knows why.
I know what the video says.
Oh, I can play it. I got it.
So pay attention to his mannerisms. There is nothing else in the can, N3on. He was finished that earlier, but he had never watched his own content with a group of monkeys before. So was nervous. Put the can down, dummy.
Oh, cell phone store.
Cell phone store.
Yeah.
Okay.
So black people are your least favorite race?
No.
Were they ever?
No.
Okay.
I love everyone. I'm all about the people.
How old were you in that video?
Like 18?
18 probably.
Damn, 2 years ago.
It feels like so much longer.
All right. So Jess basically came out and said she's not going to apologize because basically they were holding him accountable. She says, and at N3on is still currently talking slick, but back in the house. Remember, you came back in a year. You come back in a year, make that change. Michael Jackson, some say we went too hard. I say we didn't do enough. Regardless, it's all love. Let me tell y'all what's happening here. The race and slavery conversation stopped, I would probably say, early 2000s. So our children aren't up on race relations and racism unless we speak to them about it. It's not really harped on as much in school the way they did it with us. We were kind of like the last of the dying breed who understands racial terms, racial tones, and all this stuff. So the kids don't see it as we see it, right? So black kids, white kids, yellow kids, red kids, blue kids, all them still gonna want to rock with these streamers because they don't, it's not as important to them as it is to us. And the reason it's so important to us is because we were beat over the head with it. Okay? Now, yes, I do believe we need to speak to the church. Thank you, Virgo. We need to speak to our kids about this stuff because this is what's happening. The government has created a generation of people who not really on that. And that ignorance in that generation is going to allow all types of stuff to slide. So much so that they can go and say racist, horrible things and still get the grace of the fans because they don't value this race talk like we do. They didn't see the stuff. And most of the stuff we didn't even see. We were taught. You know what I'm saying? So, N3on is a product of that. And if we're going to really have the conversation, it's not just N3on. Kai Cenat is one too. Did he not say Black Americans don't have a culture? See, again, and Kai is Haitian, I think. I think he like Haitian and Jamaica, little bitty ass nigga, whatever. I think his people like little people or something. But I'm saying all that to say, like, listen, all of them have anti-Black American sentiments. You get it? But they need the culture to thrive. That's all of them. Every single one of them. Kai's sentiment about us not having culture to me ain't no different from this white boy calling us monkeys and stuff. That's how they all feel. Not all of them, but the ones who feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So having him on the platform to do more race baiting like the Breakfast Club has been doing. This is why nobody don't like to watch him, because they became very left-leaning. All this race baiting, all this political, all woe is, all of this crap. People don't want to see that crap no more. That's why ain't nobody over there. So they had to go get the streamer dude to pull in his audience. And remember, his audience came on there and was calling Charlotte McGay and all them all type of monkeys and stuff. Yeah, academics too, all of them. All of them, every single one of them. So I just find that it was a bit performative and they don't really mean it, because even at the end, Jess said it's all love. No, it's not. It's not all love. That nigga think Black people are monkeys. Do you know what type of I'm sorry. Do you know what type of mindset you have to liken another human being to an animal? Take Black and monkey off the table. Do you know how low you have to feel about a person or group of people to liken them to an animal? I'm just saying. Like, this is a mentality. These kids be bred like this. And most of them orange juice. Aiden Ross is orange juice. He came out and said it straight off the bat. His real name is Aiden Rothstein. All of them orange juice with their daddy's money is making these platforms. And they run in the streamer world. This is the next group of orange juice people who gonna be running everybody else. You get it? But I just found it to be not flattering. But either way, I don't care about the little clear kid. I just think he lame and stupid. I know my generation of kids would have laughed him out of the doggone gym. He would never get a following from my generation because we would have thought he was lame. Okay, now let's move on. Let's get into Hulk Hogan being racist. Get the likes up. So yesterday, Hulk Hogan died. What day that was? And more I understand the sentiments Malcolm X said when he said, you know, I'm an old farm boy. And we've always had chickens come home to roost. And chickens coming home to roost never made me sad. It always made me glad. I get it. So, hold on. So, what's that boy name? Hulk Hogan passed. And I don't understand why Black people give a damn, because we so blinded by entertainment and emotions, we forget all rhyme and logic and reason. So he died, but he hated niggas, okay? That's just what it is. He was super racist. They say he died 10 years to the day of his racist rant, allegedly. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? However, this man was a piece of shit, racist ass nigga. Cracker. if we want to go there. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get into a few of those rants. You guys, get the likes up on the video. Let's get into your boy, Mr. Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can see why I say I don't give a damn that he died. Oh, well. Fuck around. I don't give a damn. Let's get into it. So one of his quotes were, I mean, I'd rather if she was going to F some N-I-G-G hard ER. I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot tall N-I-G-G hard ER worth $100 million, like a basketball player. I guess we're a little racist, effing N-I-G-G hard ERs. Now, I read between this. The nigga word, expected. You a low white trash. He come from trash, allegedly, right? But it's the mentality for me. I'd rather my daughter marry a 8-foot tall, $100 million nigga. Why do you think that is? Remember we were talking about it yesterday. I said, I think they be breeding them hoes to come take the wealth, extract the wealth. That's why he's saying he'd rather his daughter date an 8-foot tall basketball nigga, because they can take away his wealth. Do you get it? I don't like niggers. As a matter of fact, I hate them. However, if I can take their wealth away from them, and their genetics, thank you, Nia, and their genetics. If I can take their wealth against them, take their wealth away from them, I gain. So remember I told you the other day, they don't look at marriage the way that you look at marriage. See, you fall in love. They don't do that. I told you the mindsets are different. Okay? I've been told y'all that. And Brooke did not have no fatty. Brooke ass was as flat as a goddamn flatbread. Brooke was wide with no back. Brooke was not fine. Brooke was wide and tall. Brooke midsection looked like if she would have put on 20 pounds, she'd have turned into a square. Brooke was not fine. She was cute, fine. Brooke looked like her mama laid her on her ass at 2 years old and left her there. Brooke ass was as flat as asphalt. Do you hear me? Don't get on here and get the line talking about Brooke was fine. Well, nigga, please. No, don't do that. Don't do that, dude. Don't do that. Bleach blind ass. Brooke was a cosplaying $5 Lily White girl. Girl, Brooke was shaped so bad. Brooke was shaped like Edith Bunker, bitch. Brooke booted. Bitch, I used to watch Brooke, because you know this back in the day when we wore the hip hugger jeans, the one that ride on the hip with the big old belts. With the big old belts, with the buckle, or sometimes we'll put the diamonds on it or whatever. Brooke used to have them hip huggers on them jeans with them 2 dimples in the back of her back like she supposed to have a booty right there. Brooke used to look a mess. Now, she was pretty, but fine, y'all going too far. Okay? I'm just saying, we gotta keep it real. Now, we can't rewrite history. We got to be accurate about the history. I was there. I know. Brooke looked it so bad. Look at him. Look at him. Now, I don't know if this is AI, but I did see this. But I do want to get into one of the rants. Hold on. Let me get into one of the rants he did. Hold on. We're going to get back to that. Let me get into this rant I found. Hold on.
So there's a point where our Brooke was fucking the black and son, would have been hanging out, I caught them holding hands together on the tour, they were getting close. I just want to give a fuck, okay? I'm not a double standard type guy, I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. You know, there's then when it comes to nice people, we all are that way. Yeah, but when it comes to nice people, you can't say I don't give a fuck, she's nervous, I don't care, I'm a football player, a basketball player, hey. If we're going to talk to vendors, let's get a rich one. This kid is almost not doing it. Right? So it gets to the point where our Brooke was fucking the black and son.
So in this audio, it sounds like he was saying, I don't care if he a millionaire. He don't want Brooke smashing on a nigga. Okay? That's what he said. And let me tell y'all something. Most of them in this industry think like that. Donald Trump probably think like that. For all I know, I don't trust none of them. I have a Muhammad Ali mindset. If all of them, if 100 snakes want to get in the room, I can't trust that 20 that's good gonna hold back the 80. So I just close the door altogether. You get it? I believe most of them think like that. And we know it. We have the conversations at the cookouts amongst our family and friends. We talk about what we believe they saying. You heard it from his mouth. You heard it from his mouth. All the things we sit around our family saying, oh, I know them white folks. I know that white man didn't. I know he probably saying, you just heard it. I don't want my daughter fucking a nigger. Hardy R. So when y'all came on here talking about rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, I said, motherfuck him, let his mother love him. I don't care. Fuck him. I hope the worms eating him. I don't care. Ozzy Osbourne is another one. Y'all think because them motherfuckers eat biscuits and drink tea that they different? I don't give no fucks. Like literally none. So I don't care. I don't want to see rest in peace Ozzy Osbourne. I don't care. I don't want to see rest in peace Hulk Hogan. I don't care. We need to stop. We need to detach ourselves from all of that bullshit. That's our problem. Y'all be really, you know what it looks like to me? Remember when the Queen died in London and I saw all them black Caribbeans and black Africans crying and shit? That's how y'all be looking at me when y'all be coming to me about these white folks. Fuck these white folks. You feel me? And he's a bleach blind, I think. Well, I don't think he a bleach blind, but for sure the wife and the churn is. So he ain't even a real blind. So stop the cap. Okay? Now, moving on. We don't need to hear no more. I said what I said. I don't give a damn about no Hulk Hogan. He hated niggas. That nigga would purposely fire and not hire black people. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if his lineage go back to the people, one of them first settlers over here. Because y'all do know they bloodlines be running deep like that. These celebrities, y'all think be random people who just made it in the industry? They be having real deep bloodline lineage ties. You be surprised. All your mayors, your governors, your council, them people be blood tied. I swear to God, you have no clue. Y'all don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. So it wouldn't surprise me if the reason he was Hulkamania like we know him to be is because, you feel what I'm saying? He one of them. He come from that line. Because that's how they do it. I'm just saying. Let's move on. Now, I wanted to get into this Jackie Christie bit. Y'all get the likes up on the video. And I wanted to do this some justice. Armand, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy Educational Friday. This is my last weekend before I have to go back to schoolhouse. My hot boy summer is officially over. Oh man, speaking of, y'all, I'm going through a transition. My daughter is moving home from college. She graduated from college and she's moving home. She'll be here tomorrow. So I'll have another roommate, I guess. She's back home. Normalize being able to open the door for your children when they're trying to do good in life. You know what I'm saying? And that's not for anybody in particular. This is just for Black Americans, period. I want us to normalize being able to I don't want us to normalize babying our kids or befriending our kids or setting them up for failure. But I do want to normalize helping them when we can. Okay? So yeah, my baby's moving back. So if y'all start seeing me talking in the background on the lives because she done came downstairs and said something, that's because my daughter's coming home. Okay? And it's only temporary because she's got other things she's got going on. She lit outside. But neither here nor there. Okay, so y'all, I wanted to come to y'all and talk to y'all about the Jackie Christie bit. Now, let's be clear when it comes to this Jackie Christie thing. Let me go get the photo. When it comes to the Jackie Christie bit, this is a conversation. It's bigger than the show. I'll say that. It's much, much bigger than the show. And what do I mean? Black women and Black girls have tumultuous relationships. Hold on. Let me get this up, y'all. So y'all can see. So Black women and Black daughters, particularly of certain eras, have very strained relationships. Okay? And this is a fact. If you're Black American, I can't speak for no other culture, but if you are Black American, you know what I'm talking about. Especially if you come from cities. Now, I haven't did any studies on this, but I started paying attention And I realized that typically Black Americans who come out of city areas have much more tumultuous relationships with their parents versus Black Americans who come from more rural areas. So mean like your cousins that live in the country. Typically the respect level is different. The yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, because the environment dictates that, you know, respect is there and things of that nature. It's just a different upbringing, a different environment. But when you go towards cities where things are constantly moving, it's always something going on, you typically find that relationships are more strained. So for instance, like the things that we do in New Orleans, when I be like getting into it with your mom and stuff like that, when I be telling my man some of the stories about some stuff from people in my family, him being from the country in Georgia, in the middle of Georgia, he be like this because it's foreign. Like, hearing to him a daughter fight a mother was like nothing unheard of. And in Black culture, it still is unheard of. But a lot of people who've had these tumultuous relationships with their parents can agree with me that sometimes it can get physical. Now, don't get me wrong. We done all had our bits, or not all. Some of us have had our bits when we started going through puberty, getting grown, feeling like we getting old, started smelling ourselves, and our mama has had to put us back in line, okay? Rightfully so. You never understand it as a child, but when you grow up, it kind of makes sense. But when it comes down to the relationship dynamics itself, it's very strained and very rugged and ratchet and jacked up. It's just horrible. Black women and their daughters don't get along by and large. I can't say everybody. If you are one of those who have a great mother, you are one of the lucky ones. A lot of us have strained relationships with our mamas, okay? And there's something there I'm noticing. Like I said, when I was looking at it, I'm like, is it a generational thing? Because it seemed like the baby boomers, I don't know if it was their kids or their kids' kids. Something happened in that time frame. I want to say between the 60s and probably the 80s. All them people who was having churn. No, I say all the people who was having churn between the 70s and the 80s, something wrong with them. I know shade, not all of them, but I want to know what was going on. I really want to know what was going on. Now, why is this important? When we talk about Chantel and Jackie Christie, first of all, y'all have to understand that your emotions are a commodity. People make money off of your pain. What the internet has realized and done is I can take what you're going through and portray it back to you. And not only will you be addicted to it and want to have it and see it and dwell on it, you'll even pay for it. And even if you don't want to pay for it, you will make me money because you're so addicted to being in the trauma bonding of it all. You see what I'm saying? So for instance, I'll give you an example. A celebrity, and I see them do this all the time. A celebrity would do something like go online and say, my baby daddy left me with all of my kids and get the crying and da-da-da-da. Now, the average American can relate because a lot of us have gone through tumultuous relationships with our children's father. But what you don't know is they're buying your emotions. Your emotions in the moment are for sale. A lot of the times it don't even be real. These people be lying. They just need to get you to respond because that makes sense at CENTS. So they need you to respond and engage so it makes them money and it keeps this machine going, okay? And I'm noticing with these celebrities, especially like in reality TV and stuff like that, a lot of people are taking on other people's pain and wearing it as a jacket. Now, why is this important? I believe that Chantel took on the pain and trauma that Takari actually experienced, and she used it as a shield and or jacket to come on this show and say that Jackie was a horrible parent. Now, I believe that Jackie probably wasn't the best parent. From what I'm hearing, she was hardly ever there, okay? Jackie was running around, running behind her nigga. And we didn't have to hear Chantel and them say that. Every time we saw Doug, we saw Jackie, and we ain't never seen the churn. Chantel didn't have to tell us that. I saw the interview with Mims. Takari didn't have to tell us that. I could have told you that. Jackie ain't never home with them churn. Now, I don't know if it was Jackie mama who she moved in or Doug mama, but one of the grandparents moved in and raised the kids. Now, Chantel's whole thing is, oh, my mom, she wasn't there. Now, the way she posited her situation is abused. I was just so horribly treated. I was just da. But when I go and look back at old footage, it seems like Chantel has always had it out for her mom. And the reason I'm saying is she's never had any valid gripes. Now, the one thing she said was, one time my mama told me to clean up my room for my daddy come in and throw me down the stairs. That's abuse. See, and this is another thing too. Let me put a pause in that. She's sitting here sharing these stories with the likes of Brittany Renner. Now, this is no shade, but Brittany Renner is a half-breed raised by her clear mother. You know what that means? Your experience and Brittany's experience, although they may be similar, are completely different. Okay? Brittany Renner was raised with a clear mother. And what Brittany Renner does is uses Jackie Christie as a trash dump. She trauma dumps all the things she would love to say to her own white ass mama, and she dumps it on Jackie. She gets so emotional because these are the things she would love to say to her own cracker ass mama, but she can't do that. Or she has enough respect to her mama where she won't put her on TV and then do it. Now, yeah, she'll talk about how me and my mom have a strained relationship, but I ain't never seen Brittany on this internet or on none of these shows dragging and cursing her mama, calling her every bitch and hoe in the book. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. But Chantel allows Brittany to trauma dump onto her mother. Chantel is a nasty, vile, evil person. There's nothing good about her. Chantel will go through many husbands because nobody will stay with her. She's rotten from the core. And the reason I'm saying that is not to dismiss that any doggone abuse she may have suffered, or none of that. None of that. It's just the fact of the way that she's been calculating this whole thing, the way that she's been, it's giving, somebody put this in my chat the other day and it made me think, it's giving me Eve's Bayou tease. Eve's Bayou. Y'all remember, put a one in the chat if y'all remember that movie, Eve's Bayou, with Journey Smollett, what her name is? Smollett girl. It's based in New Orleans. If you haven't seen it, Eve's Bayou is a book. It was a book, but it's a story, a movie, old movie, and it's based on like them people living in some sort of swamps in Louisiana somewhere else. And Eve is the little girl, but Eve has a very unhealthy obsession with her daddy, almost borderline like PDF file. Does that make sense? Yeah, Lynn Whitfield played the mama. When somebody put that in my chat, because it kept dawning on me, I kept asking in the review if y'all watched it. She kept saying, I'm going to call Doug Jackie. I'm going to call Doug Jackie. Call my dad. Call my dad. I'm like, who does this? And I'm coming from a two-parent household. My mom and dad have been married 42 years. So I've been in a dynamic where I have access to both my mama and daddy at the same time. But I've never gotten into it where my mama would be like, call my dad. I'm calling my dad. Because it's like almost like he about to come whoop her ass or something. That's what I first thought. Like, what the fuck? Doug be popping Jackie in the back of the head or something? What does she mean? Call my dad, call my dad. But then when somebody put that Eve's Bayou comment in there, it does seem like Chantel is vying for the attention and to be the main girl and the first girl in her daddy life. That's why every time you turn around, it's my daddy, my daddy, my daddy, my daddy, my daddy, my daddy, my daddy. Chantel, I think at best was neglected, but abused by Jackie. I don't know. I don't believe it though, because she wasn't there. Now, if you want to call Jackie saying your daddy gonna knock you down the stairs is abuse, then yeah, your ass was abused. But is it worth her coming onto this lady platform, moving into this lady building, and antagonizing her the whole time to hit her and embarrass her, and then tell everybody on the cast that your dad is going to leave your mama? Girl, it's giving Eve's Bayou tease. It's giving obsessed. It's giving what's tea? What's tea? Something is very wrong with that girl. And the fact that she doubled down on her comments saying that y'all don't know because y'all didn't grow up with a toxic mother, it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. You provoked your mama this entire season. You sat with every one of her ops. You let your peers call your mama every bitch, whole slut in the world. I ain't no perfect person. Me and my mom done got into it. Have I cursed my mama out? Yes, curse words have come out my mom mouth. But you would never with a capital N-E-V-A ever see me on any platform playing with my mama. I'm not even tripping off the fact that you cursing that Jackie. I'm tripping off the fact of what you did. It's almost like if her, Brittany, and Lonzo Ball baby mama could have jumped Jackie, they would have did it. Okay? Black American culture dictates the mother will be respected. I don't give a damn if she a crackhead. I don't give a damn and I get it. As a child, I get it. Sometimes you get frustrated, and I believe in creating boundaries, but realistic ones, not one where you live in my building. I believe in creating boundaries. If you have to move away or walk away or separate yourself from a parent or parents to get yourself together and kind of release and relax, that's okay. And you can love your parent from a distance. But getting on the TV, calling her Jackie, bitches, hoes, your husband gonna leave you, your children don't like you, that is a very evil person. Chantel has a demon on her. She thinks that Jackie is bad. She's 10 times worse than Jackie. At least Jackie's likable. At least Jackie's likable. You ain't even likable. It's a resting bitch face 24/7, 366. And I'm counting the leap year. Resting bitch face. You always crunching up your nose, crunching up your forehead. You're going to already get old fast. You're going to look old faster than you're supposed to look. Fix your face. And let me address the Takari situation. I saw the interview with Takari on Mim's channel, right? And in that interview, Takari spoke about how her and her mama, now Takari is Jackie's oldest daughter. That's the daughter, if y'all haven't seen the video, that's the daughter who was saying that she was the one actually neglected by Jackie and abused. But I keep telling y'all, when it comes to a mother and daughter, we got to mind our business. Takari said her and Jackie had spoken and made up 5 years ago. So for 5 whole years, because that wasn't talked about on the show, we didn't even know that Takari and her mother is working on their relationship. That's a great thing. Any person tell you that's a bad thing is a bad person. That's still your mama. I'm not saying you have to make up with your parents, but anybody who provokes you or who promotes you not doing that or tell you that that's a bad thing, that's a bad person you hanging around. That girl been good and working on her relationship with her mama for 5 whole years, bro. She knew about the fight the day of the fight because Jackie called her. Now, regardless of how you feel about Jackie as a mother, you can't be more madder than the daughter. If her daughter has forgiven her, then you should too. But the problem is, a lot of you people are walking around unhealed. And you're projecting your personal trauma onto these fictional characters that you see on this internet. That's why Brittany Renner losing her mind and her afro every time Jackie step in the room. Y'all projecting. Y'all need to go heal. This ain't you. You not Chantel. Jackie not your real mama. You need to go take that up with your real mama. Stop projecting that on these characters. Because now people feel some type of way because the girl said me and my mama back cool. She not supposed to get back cool with her mama? What are y'all okay? So she never supposed to get back good with her mama. Regardless to what Jackie did to Takari. That's between Jackie and Takari. If Takari decides to forgive her mama, that's Takari's right. So you mean to tell me we gonna scold Takari because Takari got back cool with her mama? That is insane. Now, from what I'm hearing with the Chantel girl, Chantel is a spoiled brat little girl. She's still 12 in the brain. Call my dad. Call my dad. Call Doug. Dougie, let me tell you about mom. That you're still a child. That's why Brandy told you to stay in a child's place, because you are a child. You definitely a child. And you're evil one at that. Jackie, you created it. Whatever, like I said in my video, whatever past karmic energy Jackie had that was supposed to come back and get her, oh, it came back tenfold, baby. That one right there, that's your 2 big chance, my love. That's your 2 big chance. And then I'm hearing Jackie fought for Chantel to get on the show. People saying, well, why would she do that? I don't think Jackie knew that lady was going to come on there and do all of that, but I don't see why she wouldn't. Maybe she gave her child a benefit of the doubt. But I didn't appreciate her going back and forth with Takari. Chantel coming on here saying that Takari touched them when they were little girls is giving me you trying to follow Rockhead tease. And y'all gonna stop coming on this internet telling us what happened in your house when you was 4 and your sister was 5. Bitch, go talk to a therapist. I'm not gonna sit up here. You see what I'm saying? Unless the person is still actively doing it, I don't give a damn what happened that time your mama let y'all play house. I don't care. That's your sister. Because they're not saying this to get resolved or to get help. They're saying it to tear people down. And I don't believe a lot of it is true. So now all of a sudden, because Takari came out and laughed at you getting your ass whooped, now Takari was touching on you when y'all was a little girl. Like Takari said, you told me don't provoke you. I'm provoking you. Bring the receipts. And Chantel don't want to bring the receipts. Chantel full of shit. And what Chantel is doing is using the average relationship dynamic between a black girl and her black mama that's rocky. The average dynamic between a black girl in America and her black mama is very rocky. Chantel knows that. It looked like when Chantel talks, she be regurgitating some shit she ran straight out of a book. She read straight out of a book. That's why her dumb ass was on here talking about, answer the question, Jackie. It's rhetorical. You could tell she just regurgitating and spitting that shit back out. That's all. She just re-spitting. Answer the question, Jackie. It's rhetorical. Rhetorical questions don't require an answer, dummy. You see what I'm saying? She just regurgitating old stuff, and I think that she's using her sister's storyline. I also believe Nostrils O'Neal and Evelyn have everything to do with this. I don't care. Takari said when she went on, the producers called her not Evelyn, but you're not going to make me believe that them producers and Evelyn and Nostrils O'Neal don't have their hands written all over this. And Nostrils O'Neal supposed to be y'all first lady. But I told you that heifer was a demon when she was back rocking the buzz cut with the claws. Looking like a little boy. You see what I'm saying? But Chantel is using that trouble dynamic relationship and displaying it on the screen so that you can give it your energy. So basically what happens is Chantel gets on this screen and tell us all these things that most of us have gone through. My mama used to curse me out. My mama used to whip me. Most of us can sympathize and empathize with that because we've all probably experienced it. Now, if we are unhealed and we're easily triggered, with Chantel bringing this story to the forefront, it easily gets your emotion razzled up. So basically, most people will sit around and go, oh my God, Jackie is the most horrible person in the world. She needs to go to jail. Somebody needs to take all her kids. And it's because you're projecting your trouble, your pain, your trauma onto Jackie Christie. Jackie Christie is not your mother. And we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. All we know is what everybody's saying. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, you're being manipulated with a lot of the stuff you see on the internet. They're taking your energy. They're using your real life and putting it on a screen for you and playing it back to you. They're mirroring you emotionally. And they're making millions and millions of dollars off of you being emotional. That's it. That's it. I saw it with the Diddy trial. I saw it with Candy with the stuff with the basement or dungeon. I see it in every single thing. All they doing is just taking y'all energy and making millions of dollars off it. That's it. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. Now, Chantel, in her response, said that her mama put her hands on her first, and she pushed her mama back. See, where I'm from, it don't matter. You don't put your hands on your mama. And I know people who got crackhead mamas. I know people who got mamas who used to sell ass. I know people who got mamas who, and they still wouldn't put their hands on their mama. Chantel ain't been through enough shit to put her hands on her mama. Period. Point. It's never gonna fly. Just like I said about the boy Ratchet TV going off on Tisa, I say it looks bad. This will never look okay. And for the people who think it's okay, your number coming when you have your turn, trust and believe. You're going to get you a little Chantel. To the people who think that Chantel, and which I don't care if you believe she was a victim or not. I don't care if you believe she was abused or not. I don't care what you believe. If you think that Chantel physically provoking her mother on national TV to physically have an altercation is okay, your turn coming shortly. And you're going to have your own little Chantel. And that little Chantel is going to play with you like Chantel play with Jackie Christie. I hope you got a right hook like she do. Because at least Jackie know how to fight. Our culture dictates, and I know it can be toxic. Our culture dictates that we respect our elders, bro. It just do. Sometimes I get it. You got to get out of line and whoop-de-whoop. And sometimes they don't deserve it. And I don't believe that we should respect when it's not necessarily deserved. However, when it comes to that level of respect, one of the things that you will not do is put your hands on your mama. I don't care who you call in your family. I don't care who you are. If you're a Black American and your mama called anybody in the family and say you put their hands on her, I don't care if she 1,000% wrong 1,000,000 times. Everybody in the family gonna go against you. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. If one of y'all get into it with y'all mama right now and your mama pick up that phone, you know our mama's messy. Pick up that phone and call somebody in the family. That nigga done put his hands on me. Girl, this bitch done put her hands on me. You know the whole family about to turn on you. The whole family about to be like, yeah, nah, but you no. You feel what I'm saying? It don't matter what happened. You put your hands on your mama. That's where we draw the line. And that's why nobody likes Chantel. That's why we all say F her and get her off the show. Because some things you just draw the line at. Hitting your mama that's the line. That's the line. That's the line. There's nothing, you can't come back from that. Now you can come back from it, but what I'm saying is you're never going to get people on your side for that. See, people like Brittany Renner, she have a clear mama. She can hit her mama. You saw what happened to the last security guards? Brittany Renner could cuss her mama out and swing on her mama, and I'm pretty positive this ain't going to be the outcome. You tried to play with Brittany and play all clear and all that stuff and let her cry with you and call your mom every bitch and hoe, but Brittany should have been there when Jackie went off. Because Jackie probably would have punched you in the face and Brittany in the face, and Brittany been needed her ass whooped. She long overdue. She a sparrow idiot brat. I'm just saying, though, that's why most people are not on her side. People are trying, but you don't understand. Jackie is this, Jackie is that. It don't matter. There's a line in our culture. That's the line. That's the line. Somebody said, what I think about Ming Lee apologizing. When it come down to Ming Lee fake as fuck. Ming Lee didn't know Jackie. Ming Lee didn't know none of them. Ming Lee should have minded her goddamn business. One thing I will give Jennifer, for the most part, Jennifer kind of minded her business. Jennifer kind of like left that, she said a little one too, but she minded her business. It was being egged on by Ty, Evelyn, Ming, who else was over there, and Brandy. But y'all got to keep in mind, they co-workers. They ain't friends. I come in, I'm clocking in. We ain't friends. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that Ming's apology was fake, but at least she did it, even if it was fake. At least she publicly came out here and said, you know what, Jackie? My bad, bro. I think it was bullshit, but at least she did it. You ain't heard Evelyn say nothing. Evelyn is a miserable bitch. Could you imagine feeling like you the baddest bitch since J-Lo growing up? and you feeling like that is currency and that's going to give you this life that you deserve. Could you imagine being in your maybe late 40s, early 50s, still sort of a bad bitch with just some veins popping out, but still sort of a bad bitch, and you got to go home and hug on your dogs and your pillow? That's got to be a hard knock life. Life has literally let her down. Life has let Evelyn down. She don't have nothing else going for herself but to be fucking with Jackie. I'm surprised. I'm mad that Jackie never clocked her real hard. Like, I want Jackie to like pulverize Evelyn. I do. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, she should have been smart. She should have been cold clocked Evelyn. Once you listen, one thing about Evelyn, if you clock her good, you ain't got to worry about her no more. You saw what happened when Tammy popped her. You get it? You just got to pop her one good time. Just one good time. She be all right. But now, I'm saying all that to say, I don't believe everything that Chantel said. It seems very cold, very calculated. And it's one thing already for you to disrespect your mama, but to enlist the help of people who don't like her and want to see bad things for her, to enlist the help of those people and then try to isolate your own mom and put her on the island. And then every time you turn around and your mama respond, the first thing you do is bring up her husband. Girl, I ain't want to insinuate it, but I'm just asking. This is not an insinuation. How much you love your daddy? Because this is a very unhealthy relationship here that you have. You know what I mean? You're giving me Eve Bayou tease. Like, we'll see. Is there anything you want to come forward with? Anything you want to be upfront with? Something in the milk ain't clean. My daddy. And I also think too, she uses that against Jackie because that's Jackie's Achilles heel. I believe that Jackie loved Doug more than her own children. Yes, ma'am. I believe Jackie loved Doug more than she loved herself. Oh, yes, without a doubt. I believe Jackie is what Christian Rock used to be, just older. Absolutely, without a doubt. Because I'm not going to act like Jackie's no saint. Oh, yeah, I believe Jackie was shitting them churn out and dropping them off to the mama and running behind her man every day. And guess what? This the gag. Jackie must have paid all the bills for her mama to live free, take care of them kids, woo. And them churn was out of sight, out of mind. When Jackie was running behind her husband through the 99 and the 2000, all her churn was out of sight, out of mind. You feel me? Like, so I think for the most part, because even with Takari, when she spoke about her abuse, when she spoke about being having issues with her mama, it was always, oh, well, I feel like I wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Jackie was around there kicking nobody's ass, because if she did, Chantel would have knew not to put her hands on her mama, because she would have knew the right hook was coming. See, if you come from a household where your mama really whoop ass, you know not to play with your mama. See, my mama used to fight. My mama out the project. My mama used to fight. So when we was coming up, we were terrified of the thought of getting our ass whooped by my mama. Cause my mama fight. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, you knew not to fuck with her. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, nah, we gonna leave her alone. It's apparent that Jackie and Chantel did not have that dynamic, because if they did, like Takari said, if you only knew your mom, you would have known not to do that, because you would know your mama got a hair trigger damn reflex and she might pop you. You know, listen, when you raise up under your mama, you know your mama. Good, bad, different, ugly, it don't matter. So it's obvious, at best, it seems, neglect. She wasn't there. To me, I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying, it seems to me, at best, they were, well, at least Chantel, for sure. Neglect was the biggest issue. Her mama wasn't there. She just wasn't. And that is still abuse. I'm not taking that away from her. My problem with Chantel is coming on this platform, on these people TV, on the white folks TV, and making it seem like Jackie was over there knocking her head between the washing machine and dryer as kids. And that's messed up. My mom said that I have to be so skinny. My mom always made me want to be skinny. She told me I have to eat, watch what I eat. She picked me against my sister. You don't even like your sister. I saw what you wrote her. You don't even like Chantel. Don't like Chantel. Chantel is probably mad at Chantel. She's an evil bitch, and her karma is gonna come around for that. They don't, right? That girl Kel said they don't appear to know each other that way. I don't think any of them know each other. And this is the worst part. Takari was raised by the grandma, so she was raised in a house with Chantel. But somebody said this on another channel, and it made me think about it. They say sometimes two children, because I suffer with this with my siblings. We could all be raised under the same house with the same parents and have completely different experiences. Because some shit my little brother be saying, and we a year apart. I be looking at that nigga like, what? Nigga, no. But we could have completely different experience. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if we were to fast forward, remember I told you on the video, I showed y'all where, what's that girl name? Moniece jumped in to try to go up against Takari, right? Well, also, sorry. Masika jumped in too. Now, when Masika came on, let me get her on here. She's coming on because Brittany is still jumping in. Now, Brittany just took off them people hijab and put the fro back on and the whole clothes back on, right? And Brittany had been writing to Kari, telling her to turn your comments on. Oh, you running away, da 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 da. And this has absolutely nothing to do with Brittany. Brittany is the poster child of projection. If you want to see what it looks like when someone creates an issue in their brains about you that really it belongs to someone else, look at Brittany Renner, okay? Brittany has been very vocal about how trash of a mother Jackie was, even though Brittany don't know Jackie from a can of paint. Brittany is more vocal about how trash Jackie was of a mother than Chantel. But that's because Brittany really have issues with her own mama. I'm pretty positive her mama called her every N-word in the book when she was coming up. You know how they do when they get their little half and halves. But Brittany don't want to, she has that much respect and love. And this is what I will never respect about Chantel. Even if I could get past you fighting your mama. This the part I will never respect about you. And it tells me everything about your character, about you at the core. The fact that you sat there and you let that girl call your mama all them names, bitches, hoes, deadbeat. And you just sat there and did nothing. You are a coward. You are trash. And that's why somebody gonna whoop your motherfucking ass. You ain't worth a dime. I don't care if me and my mama getting into it. But bitch, I be damned if another hoe gonna get behind me and go to cursing at my mama. Bitch, that's still my mama. We'll stop fighting each other to jump you. Don't play with no me. You not about to play with my mama. Under no, it's one thing to support me. I want you to support me. But that there's a line there. You will respect my motherfucking mama. It's not up for debate. It's not even a thought. We're not even talking about it. It's not even, I don't care what we got going on. That's still mine. You gonna respect it. And she sat there and watched Brittany curse her mama out day after day after day after day after day after day after day. And to me, Chantel, that told me everything I needed to know about you. You are trash. Pure Alabama red clay trash. That's what you are. You're nothing. You, as a matter of fact, and let me say this too about Chantel. All this shit she doing, you got to know. You got a daughter, right? And you got a little boy. Oh yeah, you got to know it's gonna come back on you, right? And you ain't gonna be able to handle it. You ain't gonna be able to take it. It's gonna come back on you. And let me bring this up too. Chantel made notice or made mention that Takari is broke and her mama didn't never meet her children, none of her children, and that's why she on Section 8. Can I add that Chantel made her baby get a job? The whole reason she moved to LA was to start her baby's modeling career. Instead of her getting her all in the family shaped ass out there and getting a job, she putting the baby to work. So now the baby got to go put on old World War II suits and take pictures for them cover shots because she don't want to go get a job. And you lazy? So I would rather be on Section 8 and have my own shit than to have to put my baby to work. I would damn sure. And mind you, according to Chantel, it was horrible growing up as a child model. Jackie was horrible. It was the most horrible thing. And now you about to turn back around and make your baby get a job. I'll take the Section 8. I'll take the Section 8. It's my shit. I put the key in the door. I can afford it. I'll take the Section 8. I'll take the Section 8. She's repeated. She is Jackie 10.0. Like, you think Jackie bad? Jackie ain't even got nothing on Chantel. That's why y'all remember when they were in that scene, what Jackie said, oh my God, my daughter is just like me. It was like a epiphany. It was like a light bulb went off in her head. She literally was watching a mirror of herself. Jackie, I'm talking about. When Chantel was calling her everything and da-da-da-da. But I don't think Jackie understands what she created. This girl got a little more demon seed in her. Okay? But like I said, Brittany cursing my mama out, I'd have stopped arguing with my mama to whoop her ass. And knowing my mama, we would have jumped her. I'm just telling you, knowing my mama, and my mama in her 60s. If me and my mama getting into it, and my homegirl sitting next to me, and she go to say, and my best friend, I've been friends with her since 6th grade. If you get the call, and I would never do this to her, and she would never do this to me. But if she were to call my mom, we got to stop fighting and put our shit aside so we can whoop your ass. Because what you're not going to do is that. Okay? That's just how it goes. So now here come Brittany. Brittany been over there dragging the girl, doing all of this, da-da-da-da. So Masika enters the chat and says, since we're on the topic, the way Brittany played with them girls' religion to become that man's other wife is crazy. He took off and she took off them people's clothes. Now, what Malika is responding to is the fact that Brittany is putting herself in this and doing the most. Like, Brittany, girl, chill. It's not this deep. Like, chill. But Brittany wants to do the extra most. Oh, Jackie, you're horrible. Turn off your comments. Da-da-da-da. So here come Masika saying, girl, you had bigger fish to fry. And I told the Muslim community I would have been had that whole check by planning them damn hijabs. Brittany is a rag doll. Been passed around the industry probably. She's a cute girl. I don't see how beautiful that everybody say, but you know, in this culture, light-skinned equals beautiful now. But she's a cute girl, very cute girl. Nothing too spectacular about her, just a cute girl. Not, you know what I mean? But Brittany has been ran through. And she went playing them folks hijab and then took it off and gave them a slap in the face. And like I say, I ain't no Muslim, but if I was, I'd feel some type of way. So shout out to Masika for bringing it up. And she needs somebody who's going to be able to tongue wrestle with her. Because see, Brittany, and that's another thing, Brittany is childish. Even when she argues, it's like talking to a child. I hate watching scenes with her. I don't even want to see her back. It's like watching two children argue when she argues with anybody. But that's not right. That's not fair. No, that's not right. Like, what? So Masika jumps in and says that, and remind you, like I said, Brittany was planning them people religion, all behind that nigga. Brittany was planning them people everything. You know. Viewers share opinions on Chantel and Jackie Christie getting into a physical altercation. Okay, this is what Masika says. I don't care. Pushing your mama is the most disrespectful, disgraceful thing you can do. Jackie had every right to slap the fuck out of her. Girl, you can feel how you feel, but you lost the good sense God gave you putting your hands on the lady that birthed you. And that's the sentiment I was telling you guys at the very beginning of this segment. It wasn't about what you do. It's how you do it. And in our community, certain things are lines. There are lines drawn at certain things, okay? And let me say this. Putting your hands on your mama is one of them, especially on national TV. Ain't nobody, 99% of the people not going to rock with you, even if you 1,000% right. They just not gonna rock with you. We don't do that. That's not how we roll. We don't rock like that. There's a reverence for your mama that you have. Even if you don't rock with her. We don't do that. That's not us. And let this be a lesson to Jackie. And I want to say this too to those women in that age group or to women like this, period. I don't have multiple children. I don't know what it's like to have multiple children. I've only had one child in my entire life, okay? I get it. Your children are different and the way you interact with your children is different. I think the biggest problem is when you choose favorites, okay? When you tend to choose favorites, and you don't have to say that's my favorite. Most of the time, your actions show who the parent adore more, right? I'm a middle child. I had a bird's eye view of all of this shit, okay? I found that the parents, the ones that they shelter, the ones that they love the most, the ones that they do the most for, those are the ones who kick them in the ass. They love it. Oh, those parents. They love that spoiled, rotten child who kicked them in the ass. They will die about them kids. But I've noticed with parents with multiple children, they protect and shield that favorite. And then there's always the black sheep or black sheeps. You know what I'm saying? That they don't give two fucks about. They got this much patience for. They don't care. F you. Ba ba da ba ba ba. I'm going to tell you what's been typical in history and what's typical in life. Typically, what happens is, what the Most High sees is, especially depending on how bad it is, what the Most High sees is a lot of people, like we talk about celebrity worship, a lot of people children worship. It's happening more common now than before. So a lot of parents children worship. And the Most High said, thou shalt not put no other God before me. Y'all know the story. And I found that typically, I think those relationships go awry because it's meant to go awry. You are not to worship or pedestalize any of your children, at least not over the other. And some parents don't do it on purpose. Sometimes it just be like that. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones who just adore that one child and they just put this child up on a pedestal. That was Jackie, Christie, and Chantel. From the old stories from Takari, Chantel was the prize child. Chantel is the kid who's doing the modeling. She's light-skinned. Remember Takari was talking about my mama didn't like me because I was dark and because I was fat. Chantel had everything. She may not have had a mom, but she had way more than Takari. Yet, Jackie at one time was giving Takari her ass to kiss and running behind Chantel. Now look at where we are today in society. Now today in society, the one she pedestalized, the one she loved the most, the one that she thought was just the best thing since sliced bread is the one that's physically, literally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in every which way but loose, trying to tear her down. This has been a common theme amongst parents who favor children. The ones you favor are the ones who gonna send you to your grave. And the ones you neglect are gonna be the only ones you have that's in your corner. It's a common theme. If it ain't you and it don't fly, let it fly. I get that. But I'm speaking to the ones who know exactly what I'm talking about, whether you the mama or the daughter. I'm speaking to that crowd. Every time the Most High and or the universe make sure that child shows you why you were wrong. It never fails. And the one that you do the most to and give the most trouble to and have the least patience with, that's the one who ends up being the only one you can rely on. Because children who are spoiled like this end up resenting their parents. It doesn't give the effect and the outcome that you think. Spoiling your child, giving them everything. They will resent you for that. Even if they don't know why. They will resent you for that. Chantel resents Jackie for that. And I don't even think Chantel knows why. But Jackie, the reason I say this is your karma, because I don't know what you done, but whatever it is you done, you created the environment for Chantel to be the way that she is. You created the environment for Chantel to be pitted against her sister. Jackie, you created the environment for you and Chantel to have the relationship you have. Jackie, you created the environment to where your kids was being raised by your mama and you was off with your nigga. Jackie, you created the environment where your nigga came first before your children. Jackie, you created this. This is all you. So while I'm on your side, you still got to eat some of this stuff too. Okay? So it is what it is. You get it? You made the bed, pull up the covers. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, somebody said parents need to be held accountable for creating resentment amongst their children. Man, you don't even want to talk about it. Do you hear me? I might open up the panel tomorrow so we can discuss it. Man, watch out. Watch out. I'm a middle child. I see it. I seen it my whole life. My mama had 5 kids. I'm the middle. Smack dead in the middle. I got a bird's eye view on all this shit. Nigga, the middle child can see better than anybody. I don't care what nobody thinks. The oldest child have all the teeth. But the middle child got the middle child is what keeps the ball rolling. That's all I'm gonna say. I saw everything. Nigga say Doug looks slow. But now, honestly, I really do wish Chantel would have taken the time to get to know her mama. Like Takari said, I really do wish Chantel would have sat down with her mama and been like, what happened to you in the past? Like, how was your childhood? What makes you, because that's what I think we need to do as daughters too. Start talking to our mamas. Because when you start realizing, like Takari said, if you know my mama, you will protect her. Like she said, my mama just a girl. Like after I heard about my mama history and my mama past, I realized my mama just a girl. Y'all realize in our age group, our parents who we have these toxic relationships with, when y'all start talking to them and ask them about their childhood, you hear some. And it really makes sense why the relationship, I'll say this, even if you don't agree, it'll tie knots. Huge. Everything will start to go together. Talk to you. Even if y'all beefing, something must have happened to you. It don't matter. Then you'll go, now I got it. Now that makes sense. Now I see why you like this. Now I see why you act like that. Now you get it, but you got to have the conversation. If you don't have the conversation, you'll be Chantel, just running around here claiming somebody abusing you with no evidence, no proof, no nothing. Just running around talking. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Love you, Vu. Simply Monique, thank you for the super chat. Says, love you, Vu. Have to come back for the replay. Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner and churches. Fuck Hulk Hogan. And in that order. Okay? In that order. Thank you so much. TL, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Vu, you will, Vu, what? Now Brooke can date black men in peace. Love you, fam. Girl, I wonder what Brooke look like now. I wonder if she went got her a little booty. You know, they started selling booties. I wonder what Brooke look like. Let me go find her. Y'all want to see if Brooke went got her a booty? Let me go find Brooke. Hold on. What her name? Brooke Hogan? Brooke might have went bought her a little booty. Hold on. Brooke Hogan. I'm trying to find her on Instagram. I can't find her. Is this her? I don't think this her. I can't find her, y'all. Y'all send her to me. We're going to check in on her and see if she went and bought her a little booty. You know what I'm saying? Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, beautiful Vu and Acorns. I made it. I'm definitely going to replay on the Dollhouse. Enjoy Friday, and I'm waiting on Educational Friday. We'll be back. I just got to go run up here to Lowe's and get another ceiling fan for that other room. Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat. Says, Jackie praised that heifer. Now she had to slap her. Exactly. That's how it always ends up. Brandy, thank you for the super chat. Says Chantel is dangerous. She told the girls Jackie hit her for no reason and played victim. Facts. That's her white side showing. She will get people hurt. Yeah, facts though, for real. That girl went in there and made up a whole lie and left out everything. That should, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She very conniving, very evil, very mischievous. I don't know. Thank you, Cosmic Sun Soul, for the super chat. Says exactly, Boo, they're energy harvesting us. Absolutely. Every single day of the week. Every day. Esther Messiah, thank you for the super chat. Says, you know it's serious when you bite your lip. Oh, Jackie don't play, girl. Jackie been had hands. That's why, listen, y'all don't notice this. Evelyn play with Jackie, but to an extent. Evelyn don't play with Jackie for real, for real. Whenever Jackie, for real, if y'all pay attention, hear me out. If y'all pay attention, whenever Jackie really, really get, like when she get mad, not TV mad. You know how Jackie be when she be like, girl, you better get her. You better, no. I'm talking about when Jackie be trying to jump off the ceiling and hit somebody. Typically, the girls get out the way. Y'all never wondered about that? Typically, the girls get out the way. Now, I know people trying to run around acting like Brooke beat up Jackie, but from what I heard behind the scenes, they say Jackie told Brooke a new one. And Takari said her mama grew up fighting. So, in the right hook, because, you know, Basketball Wives is not like baddies. They're not going to show the actual fight. They'll cut it and edit it and kind of mess up the screen a little bit so you can't really see it. But from what I'm hearing, you know, typically when Jackie real mad, everybody move around. Everybody kind of like, that's all I'm going to say. Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat, says, exactly, don't fight your mama, walk away, fall back. Facts. And we need to normalize that too. Ain't nothing wrong with walking away from a parent or both parents if you feel like it's going to help you mentally or spiritually or emotionally or anything. There's nothing wrong with distancing yourself. We need to normalize that, not going to our mama job trying to get her fired and embarrass her in front of all her peers. We're not about to make that a normal thing. Ty Styles, thank you for the super chat, says, my mama 5'10" from Miami and I'm not playing with her. Facts. I think my mama about 5'5", maybe. Tops. Thank you, Cosmic Sun Soul, for the super chat. Says Brittany would have never disrespected my mama. That's what I'm saying. That girl Brittany is tired and toxic, and she need to go. Ty Styles, thank you for the super chat. Says I'ma just say I got a better grandma. It said a lot. No, well, there you go. I understand what you're saying. But again, I just don't believe it because she hasn't showed us anything. She hasn't said anything. Even in the past, when Chantel spoke about what was going on with Jackie, she spoke for and about what was happening with Takari. The most we heard about Chantel, as far as what happened to her, was that her mama said Doug gonna kick her down the stairs. That's it. Her mama wasn't there, and she told her one day to pick up the clothes. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to tell y'all. This what made me give the E Bayou tease too. Hear me out. Remember when Chantel on that old clip, and if I gotta go find it, I will. But on that old clip, part of the thing when Chantel was talking to Laura Govan, because Laura, that's when they was trying to be messy way back in the day, trying to get Jackie off the show. Chantel went and spoke to Laura Govan, and she told Laura Govan, she was like, my mom, it's almost like she was jealous of me and my dad's relationship. Like she didn't want my dad and I to have a relationship. Whenever I would try to talk to my dad, my mom would come over and say, come here, Shani, and try to get me to walk away from him. And I could never have that connection with my father because my mom, she just made it so where I didn't have anything. I couldn't get close to my dad. Are y'all hoes fighting over your daddy? And I don't mean one-sided. Were you and Jackie vying for the attention of your father? And if so, it's very much Eve Bayou tease. Extremely Eve Bayou tease. Almost incestual, okay? So something is odd about that Chantel. And Takari said she was out there effing the prospects. So Doug is an NBA coach, right? Or a college coach or something like that, and he get prospects, people he might possibly recruit to come on the team. According to Takari, she said Chantel getting pregnant by the prospects that's trying to play for Doug. Both her baby daddies allegedly was Doug's prospects. So she out there spreading it low and spreading it thin, or however the song go, or the word go. And she out there screwing all her daddy clients and doggone players. Chantel is tied and through. And when that man come off the road and have to spend 30 days with her, he gonna file for divorce because Chantel is so hard to get along with, so hard to look at. so hard to be around because she's evil through and through. I said what I said. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Educational Friday today. Let me go run up here to Lowe's. I'll catch y'all on the next one. We do this Monday through Friday. It's the morning Joce. See y'all on the next one, bro.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.